Gilman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at GenesisSportsPerformance.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Good evening on a gorgeous September night in Beech Grove, Indiana. The Beech Grove Hornets host the Scecina Crusaders. How about this series? 5 consecutive Scecina wins, including last year's 26-14 finish, suggests that Ott Hurley's Crusaders are in control. In fact, not since 2015, when Beech Grove earned a 28-21 win, have the Hornets finished with a victory. I'm Mike Walensky, along with John Faust. We'll take a closer look at this year's matchup, but first, these messages.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at GenesisSportsPerformance.com.
Beech Grove and Scecina is brought to you tonight by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779, and by Genesis Sports Performance, training Indianapolis area grade and high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit GenesisSportsPerformance.com. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Mike Walensky along with John Faust. John, visiting Scecina, comes into tonight's contest 3-0. But Ott Hurley, in his 30th year at the helm, is seeking improvement from his club.
Yeah, Mike, absolutely. You know, you can start off the season 3-0, but there's always room for improvement, right? Scecina is doing a great job this year. Currently 203 rushing yards per game, 121 passing yards per game, 325 total yards per game, and 41 total points per game. Definitely off to a great start. Starting off their season with a 55-0 win against Phelan, so great job there. And then playing Speedway, defeating them 28-7, and then Cascade 41-14. You see here, Scecina's done a great job offensively, but also defensively in their last 3 games, holding their opponents to 21 points. So definitely playing both sides of the ball really well, and looking ahead to this match.
Brandon Winters, in his second year at Beech Grove, a former Southport assistant to Bill Peebles, now the head football coach at Cathedral, has his team focused in the right direction, having earned its first win last Friday, 51-34-5 over Indiana Crossroads Conference foe Speedway last Friday. John, how will Beech Grove handle another Indiana Crossroads Conference club?
So on the other hand, Michael, sometimes you don't have the greatest start. And Beech Grove currently sitting at 1-2, playing some similar teams that Scecina had gone up against earlier this season, both Cascade and Speedway. Beech Grove back-to-back losses against both of those schools, losing to Cascade 28-13 and then losing to Speedway 51-35. Beech Grove has actually done a very good job of running the ball, 203 rushing yards per game. When you look at compared to Scecina, they actually have the advantage on the run, but they're not as strong when it comes to throwing the ball, 121 passing yards per game. But when you look at both these teams on paper, Scecina 325 total yards and Beech Grove sitting at 316, they are an even matchup. But again, Beech Grove is a little more dominant on the run, so we'll see how Scecina will come out today and prevent that rush. But Beech Grove really needs to put points on the board, only averaging 23 points per game over these first 3 games. They need to get into this ball game against a high offense Scecina team putting up 41 points per game.
Thanks, John. When we return, it's kickoff time. Beech Grove and Scecina football. You're watching tonight's game on www.indianahighschoolsports.net.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Try our easy-to-use Shop by Payment tool. You set what you want to spend, and our True Payments engine will find the best matches across our entire inventory. You can even add your trade-in. You'll get customized financing for every vehicle matching your budget. You'll be amazed at what you can buy. There is no impact on your credit and no obligation to buy. Shop by Payment.
Welcome back to Beech Grove High School for tonight's game. Built by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. Game tonight is also brought by Genesis Sports Performance, training Indianapolis area grade and high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit genesissportsperformance.com. I'm Mike Walensky along with John Faust. And tonight, 2 conference opponents meet each other. Beech Grove 1-2, Scecina 3-0. Ott Hurley 3-0 though. Talked about the fact his team wasn't very good last week. Even though they came up with a 41-14 victory coming this one for Beech Grove, a lot of kids transferred before the first game. They also had some coaches that left. But finally, Brian Winters, the head coach at Beech Grove, says they've got things in order, and they were able to do it last week.
Yeah, it's tough, Mike, when you have a lot of changes internally. You've got a lot of adaptation that you got to work through, some new processes, as well as some new stuff on the drawing board, per se. And even though on paper they won 41-14, it's not what you see on the field, and it's not what the coaches interpret. And it sounds like coach has analyzed it. There's a lot of room for improvement, and we should see some great improvements tonight moving into tonight's game.
Ott Hurley for Scecina. This is his 31st year in 30 years at the helm of the Crusaders. He's 217 and 144 as the captains are meeting at midfield now. Altogether in his career, Ott Hurley has coached 33 years at 218 and 153. And Brandon Winters, the head football coach at Beech Grove for the Hornets, he's 4-9. This is his second year. He's 31 and 31 overall. His 7th year at the helm of Beech Grove. He took over for former head coach Mark Weller. And this is a conference matchup, so anything can happen. Looking at the Sagarin ratings coming into this ball game, Scecina's ranked 70th. They are very high. They're as high as 3rd in Class 3A according to Sagarin. And for Beech Grove, they're about 170th. So on paper, Scecina has the advantage. But we're playing a football game at Beech Grove. It's a home game for Beech Grove, though Scecina has played many home games here at Beech Grove.
That's very true. You know, you have the home crowd here. You have the energy. Let's see if they can keep it going through tonight and capitalize on this.
Beech Grove will play at Southport next week, and then Scecina will take on Kyle Ray's Heritage Christian Ball Club. And Kyle Ray, we talked to him in a preseason coaches show. His ball club's 2-1. They had a very difficult loss, but they're capable of making a run in this tournament. It'll be a really good football game come next week between Scecina and Heritage Christian.
Absolutely. And, you know, during that preseason show, we asked every coach about the changes that they made year over year. And every single coach had something to say, whether it was their players or their staff. Kyle Ray mentioned a lot of new additions to his team, a lot of improvements. So looking forward to a good game there.
The coin toss was won by the Scecina Crusaders, and they have elected to receive the football to start off the football game. Beech Grove, in the IHSA tournament, 15-37. They have never won a sectional championship. However, Scecina, with the tradition, the grit, the glory, they have won 12 sectionals, 8 regionals, 4 semi-states, and they've won 2 state championships. However, that was back in 1990 and 91, and they're looking to knock on the door once again. They made a strong run last year in Class 2A, losing to Evansville Mater Dei in the semi-state, but they've got a chance to get back to the semi-state. In fact, they've got a chance to get back and win this thing. They've got a talented group of kids there on the east side.
Couldn't agree more. They definitely have the history, and like you said, it's been about 30 years since we've seen some success out of this program, but anything can happen, and it's a new year, Mike.
The Hornets will kick off to the Scecina Crusaders, 3-0 on the year. Brandon Fitz-Ramsey, the leading running back for Scecina, will return to kickoff. And also back is an outstanding football player, one of 2 brothers, Mason Berryall, the senior, 6'1", 175. Remember, Mason and his brother Madden, his father, Justin Berryall, who's on the Scecina staff, played his college football at Ball State. He was an outstanding high school performer at Warren Central, later played 1 year for the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. This is Berryall from the 15. And Berryall is wrapped around at about the 26-yard line. Outstanding coverage there by number 9, Bird Cantrell, 6'3", 190-pound junior for Coach Winters and the Hornets. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Scecina Crusaders with David Mendez at the quarterback. David Mendez, number 12. He's a senior. He's the leader for Ott Hurley's ball club.
Yeah, and like you said, Mike, a lot of good coverage there. Kind of a slow start for Scecina, but managed to get themselves up to the 27-yard line. Not where they ideally wanted to be, but still a good start.
Mendez, by the way, is just a junior. Pardon me. 11 out of 22 on the year, 289 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. He has not thrown a pick. Fitz-Ramsey, the leading running back, and Beech Grove was ready for him. Got him right at the point of the attack. Good effort there up front by Noah Cales, number 40, and Landon Williams, the linebacker. Excellent job by the Hornets.
The Hornets were definitely ready for that rush, Mike. They were prepared. 2 guys on that runner the moment he tried, pulled him back. Good stop there by Beech Grove to start this.
Brandon Fitz-Ramsey, a senior, number 15. He's carried the football 42 times for 368 yards and 4 touchdowns. John, he's got an average of 8.8 yards per carry. 3 wideouts to the far side. 1 wideout to the boundary side for Scecina. 2nd and long for the Crusaders. Mendez, 2-step drop, gets pressure, rolls right, heads upfield, goes out of bounds. Good effort and pressure defensively by the Hornets. The tackler was Lewis Lawrence, the DB, a senior, 5'10", 190.
Mendez really feeling that pressure from number 72, Mike Fenska, there from Beech Grove. Immediately off the snap, he had broken through that offensive line and really put the pressure on Mendez. Mendez had to scramble out and then just had to get that extra yardage and get out of bounds.
3rd and about 6 yards to go, just a couple yards for David Mendez. Fitz-Ramsey in the backfield. 3 wides to the left. Same formation. Fitz Ramsey, the fake. Mendez carries. He gets some space. He's at about the 37-yard line. He'll be very close to the first down. He'll be very close to the first down. Again, number 9, Bird Cantrell. Good pressure from the defensive side for the Hornets.
That was a nice fake, Mike, and I'm not sure if that was a fake or an option because the quarterback put the ball right into his running back's hands and almost took it back or almost left it in his hands to go forward, but ended up taking it and getting himself some yardage on that play.
Mendez going to be credited with a first down. Got it by just about a half yard. Fitz Ramsey in the backfield. Here comes the blitz on the near side. They give to Fitz Ramsey. He's at the 45. He's at 50. Look at his speed. He's going to go to the 30. He's going to be finally run out of bounds by Lewis Lawrence after a huge gain for Scecina off the right side. And there's a flag on the play after the tackle was made on Fitz Ramsey. There could be a late hit out of bounds there on the Scecina running back. Great run by Ramsey to start off this first quarter.
That's what it looks like, Mike. But great protection from that offensive line on that right side to be able to give that hole for Fitz Ramsey. And a nice run from Ramsey there to get themselves all the way to the 20-yard line.
An unsportsmanlike conduct on Beech Grove. As we thought, a late hit on the sideline on Fitz Ramsey. And that football, I believe, will be half the distance to the goal from there. And that will move the football inside the red zone for the first time tonight for Ott Hurley and the Crusaders. The ball is going to be marked close to the 10-yard line. It'll be about the 12.5, maybe the 13. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders.
A lot of momentum on the Crusaders' side right now. Being able to push the ball up after 3 plays and get a flag for an extra 10 yards. Scecina looking at the red zone now.
Scecina averaging 325 yards per game offensively. They're going to get better offensively, but their defense has been very stout in their first 3 games. Mendez out of the shotgun. Fitz Ramsey left side, and he's being pulled from behind by Brian Murray, the linebacker, 5'11", 200 pounds, came in to make the stop, but not after a couple yards gain. Positive yards for Fitz Ramsey, but Beech Grove is really stacking up the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, Mike, Beech Grove was definitely ready for that run. We saw that similar to the first play to start this drive, but we'll see what Scecina has up their sleeve here for the next few downs.
Mendez out of the shotgun. Snapping the football is the center, Noah Stasinski, 5'11", 260 pounds. There is some girth up front for the Crusaders this year for this Class 2A ball club. Mendez looking to throw. Pass is caught by Burial. 10, 5. He's to the goal line. Is he in? He's right at the goal line, and they're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. An outstanding receiver, Mason Burial, makes the catch.
Great play there. It didn't look like that was his first option. He looked downfield, couldn't find option 1. Took the outlet pass there to the left side. A nice gain, almost a touchdown, but just a yard short.
Mason Burial this season comes into the contest with 5 catches. It's his 6 catches. The unique thing about him is they split him wide to the right side. He already has 4 touchdowns on this early campaign. Fullback in the lineup, they give to him on the right side, and that is Fitz Ramsey for the touchdown. He just moved from halfback to fullback, goes off the right guard. 6 points for the Scecina Crusaders, and Scecina's on top early in this ball game.
And that's what we saw coming, right, Mike? You're on the 1-yard line. You just got to push it an extra yard. Good play by Scecina to really have that offensive line protect that runner and get in there.
Carter Nolan in the ball game for the extra point, number 88. He's 5'5", 180-pound senior. The holder will be Will Battles. Will Battles is the backup quarterback. The snap is low. Battles has trouble, and it is fumbled and picked up in the backfield, and the clock is blown dead, and it remains 6-0. And with that, we'll take a break on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
Try our easy-to-use Shop by Payment tool. You set what you want to spend, and our True Payments engine will find the best matches across our entire inventory. You can even add your trade-in. You'll get customized financing for every vehicle matching your budget. You'll be amazed at what you can buy. There is no impact on your credit and no obligation to buy. Shop by Payment.
Tonight's game, built by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance Training, Indianapolis area grade and high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit genesissportsperformance.com. And here comes Scecina. Carter Nolan will do the kicking for the Crusaders. And John, Beech Grove's got to bounce back here.
Absolutely. And honestly, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, right? And that was a good play there to bring that pressure on that extra point. Scecina was not able to get a hold of it for that kick. So benefit of the doubt here for Beech Grove.
Nice kick down to the goal line. Picked up by McTavis Smith. He's at the 15. Nice special teams plays. He's run out of bounds there by number 32 for Scecina on special teams. The younger brother of Mason Berrialt, Madden Berrialt, the wide receiver, sophomore, 5'10", 160 pounds. And again, as we mentioned, his father, Justin Berrialt, former Ball State Cardinal, Warren Central Warrior, played 1 year with the Dallas Cowboys before he went down with a leg injury, and then retired from the NFL. Their mother, also an outstanding athlete at Warren Central. I believe she was a softball player in her time, so it makes sense these two Berrialt kids are really outstanding performers for Scecina. Now it's Beech Grove starting at their own 20-yard line. The Hornets with the football. In his second year, Coach Winters.
Nice run. Oh, nice job there to be able to break a few of those tackles. Had one last defender to get past, but overall a nice start to this drive, and they're going to go with the no huddle here, Mike.
Skylar Thacker, the quarterback, number 2, starts the ball game. They get a nice run by Smith on there on the right side, about 11-yard gain for a first down. Skylar Thacker, number 2, 29 out of 61 this year, just .475 percentage, 543 yards thrown, 8 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Off the left side, there's a flag on the play, and that is a big hit in the backfield as Jerron Murray was the ball carrier. Number 4, Murray, a touchdown this season for the Hornets. 6 carries at 109 yards. He's had some big runs. But Beech Grove has not had enough offense in their first 2 games, but Coach Winters thinks that maybe they've solidified their ball club with a nice, solid victory over conference opponent Speedway last week.
I'm not sure what. There's the call, Mike. It's going to be on Beech Grove.
That'll move the football, all the way down to the 15-yard line. So that's going to be first and long. I mean, that's a long way to go.
Tough for Beech Grove, who have a very nice start here in their first few plays. Let's see if they can catch back up.
Thacker at quarterback is joined in the backfield by Isaiah Carpenter, number 28. This is Carpenter. Stutter step, down he goes.
Carter's got some nice looks. He's just getting tripped up by that defensive line there as he gets moving. But you keep running the ball, doing what they have strengths in, and one of these runs are going to actually go all the way.
Pardon me, that was number 29, Jeremiah Lee, the ball carrier, number 29 instead of number 28 for Beech Grove after a short gain. Long way to go. Second down for the Hornets. Thacker throws right side, and the hit was made early on. The ball goes down. What an outstanding play in terms of recovery by the youngster, Madden Berrialt, number 32, the sophomore outside linebacker at just 160. He looked like about a 230-pound DB coming in and making a hit.
Yeah, he did, Mike. And Scecina knew that once they saw Beech Grove have their player go in motion. Scecina, great job there to mimic that and be ready for it.
Thacker out of the shotgun. 2 wides to the near side. He's got a single coverage on the far side with the safety, number 40. Mason Berrialt shaded over to that side. Here's a throw down the middle of the field, too long. That one was intended for number 15, Jamar Davis, the intended receiver. And now this is a very difficult situation for Coach Winters and Beech Grove down 6-0. It's punt time.
Yeah, that was tough, and he definitely felt the pressure and just kind of threw it and hoped. He threw that into triple coverage, and lucky for him, he overthrew his receiver. But tough start here for Beech Grove, now down 6-0, getting ready to punt.
Dawson Flannery into punt for the Beech Grove Hornets. He wears jersey 27. As you see, he's lined up just near his 2-yard line. Snap is low, and the whistle blows. There's a flag, and I believe there's movement on the Beech Grove line. They're fortunate, because otherwise that punt would have been blocked.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a very low toss there. He caught it right by his feet, right on the ground. Now they're in an even worse position here, punting out of the end zone.
No doubt. And the biggest pressure right now, frankly, is the long snapper, with the punter standing in his end zone, Dawson Flannery. Snap is over his head. Exactly, the ball's out of bounds. That's a safety. 2 points, Scecina, and the Crusaders up 8-0. Again, talked about the pressure on the snapper, and it went over the punter's head, and the Crusaders are on the board now. Beech Grove's going to have to either punt or kick the ball off to Scecina, and the Crusaders are going to get really good field position early on in this ball game.
We saw the two worst things you could do in that situation. Like, you throw it too low, you don't get your hands on the ball, the team can grab that, run it in for 6, or you can overthrow it out in your end zone and get the safety. But either way, not a good situation for Beech Grove. Now down 8-0 with only 5 minutes, 15 seconds into this game.
I mean, this is incredible. The start that Scecina's had is exactly what Ott Hurley wanted. But yet, he has not seen his ball club play an extended 4 quarters. He'd like to see their improvement. And that is a sign of a champion, never being satisfied with their performance. Even though they're 3-0, the season is far from over. And as far as high school football is concerned, any sport, this is a journey.
Absolutely. We talked about that earlier, right? There's always room for improvement. And we look at paper, we see the final score. But out there, these coaches are looking at every play, analyzing everything, and how they can improve. And we know Coach is doing the same for his ball club.
Coach Winters is elected to kick off the ball. Mike Fonseca will do the kicking for Beech Grove at his 20-yard line. And this one's going way out of bounds, and a flag is thrown. Another mental mistake for the Hornets early on in this ball game, as Scecina seems to have taken off with an 8-0 lead.
It's a tough start, Mike. And like you said, we're only halfway through this first quarter. And we're seeing a lot of errors on Beech Grove's end. They really got to tighten this up if they're going to hang in this ball game.
Scecina will have outstanding field position to start off this drive. However, Scecina is going to accept the penalty. You normally don't see that. They're going to force Beech Grove to kick this one off again. They want better field position. And if they kick it any deep, anywhere near number 15, Brandon Fitz-Ramsey, or number 40, Mason Berryout, there could be some problems, because these two young men at Class 2A are elite athletes. They can really run, and they're tough, and they can handle the football.
Yeah, kind of unusual, Mike, but looking at the stat sheet here, Mike Fonseca is a defensive tackle. You don't normally see your defensive tackle being your kicker. So maybe Scecina is realizing that and maybe understanding that the kicker may not be able to get it out too far.
Fitz-Ramsey and Berryout, as you see, are standing at their own 35-yard line. Fonseca, as John mentioned, will do the kickoff.
Yeah, like you said, Mike, no Scecina player is
Berryout.
farther than 35-yard line.
Mason Berryout across the 50. Outstanding field position to the 45.
So it worked out in their favor, Mike. They got an extra 15 yards here to work with.
Bird Cantrell, make that Cantrell Bird. Number 9 was the guy that made the stop for Beech Grove. He plays both ways, defensively in the middle for Coach Winters' ball club. And already the Crusaders' offense is putting a lot of pressure early on in the ball game on Beech Grove. Seven defenders in the box for Beech Grove, looking to take away this run. The flag is thrown. I believe it could have been one of the wide receivers, number 13 for Tamir Woods, was offsides before the ball was snapped, because the linesman on our side of the field threw the flag before the ball was snapped. That's the only way generally the official's going to throw the flag, is if someone's lined up offsides.
5-yard setback here for Scecina, but still at the 50-yard line. Great field position here.
Tamir Woods, number 13, an outstanding two-way player for Coach Hurley and the Crusaders. This is Mendez. 3-step drop. Gets some pressure, and he's going down. There is a sack in the backfield. And coming up with the pressure is number 59, Angel Hernandez, a 6'1", 215-pound defensive lineman.
You saw Mendez plant his feet. He wanted to throw that, but second-guessed himself, tried to scramble and get himself another pocket to get that pass downfield. But great pressure by Beech Grove to prevent that throw.
Second down, 19 yards from the 46-yard line. Mendez sends a receiver in motion. This is Fitz Ramsey, and great effort behind the line to drop him. Pressure by Brian Murray, number 14, the linebacker, was one of the guys that came up to hit him from the secondary. And another loss on the play, and Beech Grove decides, hey, we're going to stand up, play some football.
Yeah, and it was a great play by Scecina to have their tight end go in motion. They were running the ball left and using that tight end as a tackle, but Beech Grove saw right through that and was able to get that pressure there for the stop.
Third down and about 21 yards to go for the Crusaders here in the first quarter. This is Mendez. I believe there was some movement once again. I think it was 83 this time, one of the receivers, and he's not listed on this roster here. The closest is Jacob Marshall, number 84. Yes, we do. Jalen Long. Yep. Thanks, John.
He was the player previously who was out in motion, so I wonder if he was trying to do something similar.
And they've taken Jalen Long out of the ball game. And coming wide to this side is number 24, Jacob Martin, the senior, 6', 165. Mendez, the junior quarterback, to throw. Scecina's not normally in a position to throw the football. Mendez scrambling. He's going to go down. Nice pressure once again, and some speed there for the Beech Grove Hornets. That time it was 55, Jonathan Dabner. He's 6'3", 200. They've got some small guys, but they're quick up front.
And Beech Grove is doing a great job of applying pressure. Scecina is looking down the field, trying to make some deep throws, but Beech Grove there is there to apply some pressure, break down that pocket, force Mendez out of it, starts to scramble, or Beech Grove's going to take him down and prevent any sort of offense.
Carter Nolan will punt on fourth down. He's going to get a slight roll there. And the ball will be marked at about the 29-yard line as Tamir Woods picks it up for Scecina. But early on, Scecina's rolled offensively, but this was a nice stand defensively by the Hornets.
Absolutely. Beech Grove needed something on their end after that safety, forcing over that possession. So for them to be able to get Scecina on a 3-and-out is a good outlook for them. But now let's see what they can do offensively to get back into this football game.
Jeremiah Lee back in the backfield with Skylar Thacker, the senior. Out of the shotgun. 4-man front. 2 linebackers, 5 DBs for the Scecina Crusaders. Thacker looking, getting pressure, and he gets away from Long, looks downfield, throws, caught out there at the 45. He's got room. 50, breaks a tackle. And down he goes after he's finally dropped by number 26, Michael McConnell, but not after number 4, Jerron Murray with the big catch.
What a great play, and honestly, the defender got his jersey there and managed to kind of pull it and get him down. Had he not, I think that would have gone all the way. But here Beech Grove with a no huddle, let's see what they can do.
As John mentioned, no huddle. Little tempo action here for the Hornets with first down and 10. In plus field position on the Scecina 37-yard line. Thacker joined again by Jeremiah Lee. This is Lee off the right side. A missed tackle. Gets positive yardage.
A great run there by Lee. Full force. Just kept it going. Identified the hole. Got himself some yardage and keeping Beech Grove in full momentum here towards this end zone.
Adam Young, 51, the defensive tackle for Scecina, had some pressure. Missed the tackle in the backfield, but not after Lee gained a couple yards. It'll be second down for Thacker. And the Hornets trailing this ball game 8-0 here in the first period. Thacker toss sweep. Speed to the outside, cuts in. Good hands there by the defensive back, Michael McConnell, to make the stop on Jeremiah Lee. And he is shaken up a bit as the trainers are going to attend to him. He was slashed right as McConnell made the stop from behind.
Yeah, and that's tough, Mike, when you're going full speed and you have a defender on the ground. You're just not, you're looking up and you're looking forward. You don't necessarily see people underneath you. So tough for him there, but hopefully he's okay.
Third and short. Good run by Lee. A running situation potentially here for Beech Grove. As 32, McConnell gets closer to the line of scrimmage. Didn't help because Thacker carries the football, but not before he's brought down by Keegan Ray, number 85. That'll be good enough for a first down. Good run to the weak side of the field by Thacker to pick up the first down for the Hornets, and they're marching.
And that was a good run. They only needed 2 yards. Definitely a good option there for a quarterback who can scramble and get you those easy yardage.
First down for Thacker and the Hornets trailing in this ball game. The motion man is Aiden Crowley, number 11, and a flag on the play. And a false start is called, and I'm not quite sure, John, whether that might have been on Aiden Crowley. He might have, while he was in motion, leaned towards the line of scrimmage, which you can't do, as we see Saul Hernandez, number 21, in the backfield now in place of Lee for Coach Winter's Hornets.
I think you're right, Mike. It could have been Crawley on that.
Hernandez, stutter steps, missed tackle in the backfield, and Barry out 40 comes up and brings him down. He had some help there. Scecina's defense is doing a good job. McConnell, once again, has had plenty of tackles early on in this first quarter. It makes the tackle after a gain of just a couple yards for Hernandez. Still second and long.
Beech Grove doing a good job of continuing to run the ball. You got to run the ball. But they're also organizing these no huddles, trying to catch this defense off guard.
Keegan Ray, the defensive end, gets picked up by the tackle, but there's a nice pitch and catch to Murray, and that's going to be very close to a first down. Nice job by Thacker, just a two-step drop, found Murray right in the hole, and that will be a first down. Well, no, it'll be third down, short. It is not a first down.
Nice play there by Beech Grove for the short yardage, inching their way towards that red zone. Play it safe, get yourself in there, and get back into this ball game.
Thacker with Hernandez to his left. Hernandez to the right side, and he's met immediately, pops the football, but the ball is down on the ground. It is not a fumble, and one of the tacklers, and he may be injured, he's being helped up, is number 51, Adam Young. He's being helped up because he took a hit there on Hernandez. It went down, but he gets back up. He's okay. Hernandez there. Lost a couple yards. It's not what Beech Grove wanted. It puts them in a position where now it is fourth down and 4 yards to go as the quarter ends. This game is brought to you by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779 or Genesis Sports Performance Training, Indianapolis area graded high school athletes. And they also train adult strength individuals. Visit GenesisSportsPerformance.com. This is high school football on IndianaSports.net.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
Try our easy-to-use Shop by Payment tool. You set what you want to spend, and our True Payments engine will find the best matches across our entire inventory. You can even add your trade-in. You'll get customized financing for every vehicle matching your budget. You'll be amazed at what you can buy. There is no impact on your credit and no obligation to buy. Shop by Payment.
Back at Beech Grove, 8-0 Scecina. Skylar Thacker, the quarterback. Big 4th down and 4. Thacker, 3 steps, rolls left, looks downfield, throws in the end zone, incomplete.
Genesis Sports Performance
and that is a turnover.
Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete,
He had no idea who that was going to go to. He was just hoping a guy in orange caught that, but it was close. The wide receiver definitely had the advantage there, had the jump, had the height, probably a good 6 inches on him. The sun is maybe in their direction, maybe not, so that's not a factor, but overall, it was definitely a catchable throw. Tough break here for Beech Grove.
One thing I'd Hurley has to be somewhat pleased about is the fact that the receivers for Beech Grove on that particular play were covered. It really made Thacker's choice very difficult to make. He had to make a perfect pass through that window, and he certainly was not able to get that accomplished, as we see David Mendez now leading the charge for Scecina, the junior quarterback. Fitz Ramsey, one of the running backs, the leading runner for the Crusaders. Nice run as he jumps over a tackler there, and that was number 20, Marcus Greathouse, senior. He's 5'9", 160, little jitterbug going off the right side, and he's got 5, maybe 6.
It's kind of like a Darren Sproles kind of run, right? I mean, he was quick, had a nice little hurdle there, a little juke, some good movement there by Scecina.
It looks like Michael McConnell's in the backfield with Fitz Ramsey. And this is McConnell to the right side. There's a first down. He's going. 50. He gets by one tackler. Down the far side, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Scecina. And there is a flag on the play. There is a flag on the field. We may be coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
What a great run by Scecina. Even that broken tackle there kind of tripped up. Thought that a defender might be able to catch up to him with that loss of momentum, but kept it going, took it all the way. Let's see if Scecina is able to keep this touchdown after that yellow.
And they are not, John, because their preliminary signal is a hold against the Crusaders. So this football is coming back. That was a tremendous run by the Crusaders, but it goes for naught as they were holding on the far side of the field. And we'll take this one back. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. It'll be about 2nd down and 16 yards for the Crusaders here in the first. Make that the second period as the clock begins to wind at 11:06 to go here before halftime.
Beech Grove, the lucky draw here.
Mendez against a 4-man front, 3 linebackers. Base defense for Beech Grove. Someone may have moved up front. No flag was thrown. And great penetration by the defense there. One of the tacklers for the Hornets was Murray, number 14, Brian Murray.
I was a little surprised there, Mike. I definitely thought maybe a false start.
Yeah, it looked like Mike Fonseca, the defensive tackle, might have moved before the football was snapped, but apparently he did not get into the neutral zone. One of the tackles there is DeQuavian Meeks, number 75. A lot of size and height on the right side at 6'5", 260 for the Hornets. 3rd down. Mendez Two-step drop, rolls to the right, looking deep, downfield, Tamir Woods. He just missed him at the 40-yard line. Tamir Woods was the intended receiver, and Woods had the cornerback 38, Mason McClellan, make that 38 for Beech Grove. That's Mason McClellan, 38 for Scecina. It's 38 for Beech Grove, and I don't have him here, but he was beaten solidly on the left side there, but it'll be fourth down.
It definitely was. That was an underthrown pass. Tough throw from Mendez off of his left shoulder on the move. Tried to get it down there. It was very close to happening, just unfortunately wasn't able to make it work.
Punt. End over end. It's going to drop at about the 45. You get a nice roll for Carter Nolan, the punter for Scecina. You've got to have a good punter if you want to have championship play, as it's picked up. And ball's dead. Jacob Martin on the coverage for the Crusaders. First down for Beech Grove as they try to get back in this ball game. Down by just one possession. It's still 8-0.
Things are trending in Beech Grove's direction here. I mean, they had a holding call on Scecina that brought back that 80-yard run. They also had that last pass there that was a little underthrown. Both of those plays could have been touchdowns here, Mike. So now Beech Grove, with this momentum, needs to get on the scoreboard.
Skylar Thacker gets the base 43 for Scecina, starting off this first quarter at his own 39. 29 is in the backfield for Beech Grove, and that's Jeremiah Lee. And this is Lee, and Lee is pounded. I mean, he is hit hard by 75 for Scecina. Noah Szynski, 260-pound sophomore.
And you got to keep running the ball, Mike. I mean, they're getting stopped. We've seen a lot of runs where they're running up the middle. They get stopped, maybe a loss of one, but you got to keep running the ball. You got to keep the defense on their toes.
Thacker, the quarterback for Beech Grove. That was no gain for Lee. Thacker out of the shotgun. He looks to his right, throws, and the ball was underthrown. The pass was intended for Hunter Parr-Stokes, a tight end. He's a big target. He's 6'5", 200, but that ball was just, had no chance.
And honestly, he had the posture. He had the form there. His back foot was planted. He threw a nice bullet pass, but it was just way too low for the receiver to catch.
3rd and 10 for Beech Grove. 4-man front. Woods applying pressure. Tamir Woods with a sack on Thacker. He drops him behind the 30. Tamir Woods for Scecina is an absolute handful. Ott Hurley said that he's one of the better players in this ball club. He's 6'4", he's 195 pounds, and he's a senior. And he showed those long arms and the quickness to get around that right tackle for Beech Grove. It is 4th down, and the Hornets will have to punt. This is not a good situation for the Hornets to be in.
Who is the defensive tackle, is the kicker for this team, but Hunter is Dawson Flannery, who has a little bit more leg.
Flannery's kick. Got some good rotation on this one. This is going to have a nice roll and go out of bounds near the 30-yard line. That's a good punt, a good situation, because that would have put Scecina gets a good return. It's going to put him in really nice field position, but not that time. But Scecina's defense, led by Tamir Woods, did a nice job stopping the Hornets on that possession.
Beech Grove's offense has to get something working. When they have these 3 and outs, they're overexerting their defense, tiring out their defense, and having to go up against this tough Scecina offense. We need to see more offensive growth from Beech Grove in this game.
So far this year, that defense for Scecina has been outstanding. They have 10 sacks coming into this ball game. 10 sacks in 3 games. That's a pretty nice number for Ott Hurley's Crusaders. Mendez now with a first down from the 30. Fitz Ramsey off the right side. They've got to put him down. He's pushing the pile, but not so fast, my friend, because Beech Grove comes up with a nice defensive effort. That was DeQuavian Meeks, 75, leading the charge, the 6'5", 260-pounder.
And honestly, to talk about the pros of Beech Grove, they've done a great job in stopping the run. Yeah, we saw that 80-yard run earlier that got called back on a holding call. But other than that, Scecina hasn't had any large runs Beech Grove has been able to stop them on. It's been throws in the air that they've had a little bit of difficulty on.
Mendez gives to Fitz Ramsey. And again, nice penetration there. That's 72, Mike Fonseca. He got him down on the ground. Great defense by Beech Grove. Coach Winters points out that defensively he likes the way Lawrence Lewis, Julius Florence, Brian Murray, and Cantrell Bird are playing this year. And he says his practice this week have been outstanding. His team seems to be ready to play. This is a big stand now for their defense, down 8-0.
We'll see if Scecina can convert this 3-6 opportunity here, Mike.
Mendez against a 3-down lineman rush. Somebody's coming from the outside. Mendez throws, caught by Barriout, goes down as he close to the first down.
Close. We might have to measure this one, Mike.
Mason Barriout's second catch of the season, and the officials are saying it's a first down. They're moving the chains. Barriout, the possession receiver, number 40. For the Crusaders, good-looking 6'1", 175-pounders. Mendez looks pretty solid with that short passing game. Very comfortable there. And an offensive line for the Crusaders doing a pretty good job holding him up. 1st and 10 from the 40. Fitz Ramsey, he's going nowhere. He's going to get drilled to the ground there. Great effort by number 11, Aiden Crowley, plays both ways as senior. 5'11", 200 pounds, and he grabbed him by his ankles, John, and threw him down.
Yeah, again, a great stop by Beech Grove's rush defense here. That has been the highlight of the night, forcing Scecina to have to draw up some pass plays. Let's see if they can continue this pressure and possibly force some turnovers in the air.
Tackle for loss for Beech Grove. Rack it up for Crowley. 2nd down for Mendez. Mendez going to keep it himself. Gets by one tackler, and he's dropped. They didn't give him much space there, and guess who makes a tackle? It's number 11, Crowley, once again from the linebacker spot, making a stop as Coach Winters is throwing in Julius Florence. He talked a lot about him being an outstanding player, along with Cristobal Reyes, number 52. They were making some substitutions, getting some fresh legs on 3rd down.
Beech Grove having a hard time stopping the run from the quarterback. Doing a great job against the running back, but a little hesitation on the quarterback, trying to figure out, is he going to rush or is he going to throw?
Mendez, 2-step drops, looks to Tamir Woods, dropped the ball. Tamir Woods had it at his own 49 and took his eye off the football. It is a punting situation now for the Crusaders as 88, Carter Nolan, who's punted before, is checking the ball game. And
Tamir Woods was upset with himself there. He had the ball right at that first down marker had he caught that. So upset with himself that he's putting his team here in a 4th and 7 situation.
Lawrence Lewis, the deep back, shading himself from the sun, is at his own 30-yard line.
Almost blocked there, Mike. Great roll from that punt.
Outstanding job by Carter Nolan. As John mentioned, the ball is finally down there. And again, Martin comes flying down the field on special teams for Ott Hurley's ball club. And the difficult thing for a Class 2A team, let alone a 4A team that wants to compete against bigger squads, is you got to play guys both ways. And as we take a look down on the field defensively, John, it appears that Scecina is a little bit winded. A couple of the guys have their hands on their hips. That is not a good sign for Coach Hurley's ball club early on in the first half. 1st down for Scecina. Thacker, the quarterback, standing at about his 4. Football just outside the 10. Thacker running the football, and he's going to be stood up, and he's going to be hammered. Great effort right off the bat by Calvin Connor, one of the outstanding defensive players for Ott Hurley. Connor, a senior, 5'10", 215 pounds. And you see a lot of seniors getting playing time here. You need that leadership to be able to win football games.
Yeah, and tough to try and rush the ball to get yourself a little bit out of this zone here. but losing 3 yards puts them in a tough position here, Mike.
Yep, about 2nd and 13, maybe even 14 for Beech Grove. Thacker, the give to Lee, 15. Can he get by? And a tackler couldn't get by him and brought down. I think that was Barrio that came up and make the tackle, but not after Lee picked up some positive yardage. Not a first down, but Mason Barrio did a nice job of bringing him to the turf after a gain of about 6. 3rd and long. 3rd and 6 from the 13.
Yeah, that was a better run. He was actually getting some yardage there. The quarterback had his feet very close to that end zone there. Definitely want to prevent another safety from happening.
Thacker not having enough time, and he is brought down by Tamir Woods once again. And he is brought down quickly, and that is a sack, his 2nd of the ball game for Tamir Woods. It'll be 4th down, not what Coach Winters wanted from his Beech Grove Ball Club. The question is, at this point in time, with the clock running at 3:10, does Ott Hurley want to call timeout? And just as I said that, he calls timeout. He stops the clock. That's what 30 years plus of coaching will do, understanding how to manage the clock. That's a real big plus for Scecina and their ball club to have a veteran on the staff.
Yeah, and tough for Beech Grove there. The moment they snap the ball, the quarterback looked to the left, looked to the right, all of his options were gone, and he just had to take the sack there.
Our ball game tonight is built by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance Training. Genesis Sports Performance Training, Indianapolis area grade and high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit genesissportsperformance.com. And Coach Winters has made the change, bringing in Mike Fonseca, the kicker, to do the punting. He has made the change, John, and maybe he's not terribly satisfied with the performance earlier, Brendan Keene. Make that Dawson Flannery.
Yeah, that's interesting, Mike. We saw a great punt there by Dawson of about 50 yards or so, and we saw Scecina adjust, and they're doing that now. I mean, their players are here at the 45-yard line expecting about a 30-yard kick here from the defensive tackle, Mike Fonseca.
And you're not going to see this very often, but 2 brothers are back for the kick. This is the younger brother, 32, Madden Barrio. Madden Barrio to the 20, there's a flag down. And I think it's going to be a hold, but that might be a face mask there, possibly, but no flag.
We saw some action here on that right side with number 23 on Beech Grove. It could very well be on Beech Grove.
And the question is, John, did the official who already threw his flag didn't have another flag to throw the flag down as the ball carrier, Madden Barrio, was run out of bounds? But, boy, they were set up for great field position there. Here is the big question. Will this be offsetting penalties? Officials taking their time right now to discuss this. There was a hold on the return on the far side of the field against Scecina, at least from our perception here. And of course, there might have been a face mask as Barrio was tackled out of bounds. And that might be the reason why the officials are taking so much time to discuss this one.
Special teams approach here, Mike. Again, we saw Dawson have a nice punt here earlier, but Mike Fonseca with a short kick there, giving Scecina a great field position.
As far as the penalties are concerned, as far as the preliminary indication by the referee is there's 2 penalties against Beech Grove. There's a personal foul and there's a face mask. I don't see a call on the Scecina Crusaders on the hold on the punt. But maybe we might still see that. Maybe not. It's going to be a first down for Scecina. That ball's going to be close inside the red zone now. And Coach Winters isn't very happy. He wants an explanation on the sideline as to what's going on. And certainly I don't blame him, John.
So Beech Grove might as well win for it. They would have the same field.
2 penalties assessed on the play against the Hornets. Face mask and a personal foul with 2:58 to go in the half.
I'm curious to see how Beech Grove's defense does here on the goal line. They've been able to stop the run. They've done a great job on stopping the run. The short passes we've seen Scecina have some success in.
Well, this is a challenge, I think, defensively that you have because the offense gets more focused as you get closer to the goal line. And the earlier possession when Scecina scored, it was a no-touch situation. The offensive line just came off the snap very quickly and blew Beech Grove backwards. Maybe not this time as they're lining up 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. Mendez with Fitz Ramsey in the backfield. This is Fitz Ramsey, and he is hit hard. I mean, he didn't get much space at all as slicing through was one of the tacklers there. It could have been number 59. I'm not quite certain. It looked like 59 on the play. Angel Hernandez, along with 72, who also, as John talked about, Mike Fonseca, one of the kickers, but they came through very quickly. Fitz Ramsey just a gain of about 1. 2nd and goal for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Beech Grove knew that run was coming. We might see another run here, but they need to prepare for that short pass.
Mendez, the give. And this running back is wrapped up. He's not going anywhere. That was Michael McConnell. He got maybe a yard or 2. Now, John Mendez coming in the ballgame, the quarterback, has rushed actually 17 times and for 70 yards. He has 3 touchdowns. So maybe they've set him up here.
And that's what we could see here, Mike. We'll either see a quarterback scramble or a short pass here, but 2 runs up the middle. Beech Grove has been ready for these.
Well, Odd Hurley calls another timeout with 1:49 to go. Before halftime, our game tonight is brought to you by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. Our game is also brought to you by Genesis Sports Performance Training. Genesis Sports Performance Training in the Indianapolis area trains grade and high school athletes as well as adult strength training. Visit GenesisSportsPerformance.com. This is a close ball game. A touchdown here would really be a plus for Scecina and stretch us out to a 2-possession ball game up 8-0.
Yeah, Scecina has been able to have that momentum definitely on the offensive side. And we've seen this defense shine for Beech Grove in some areas, definitely outperforming the offensive side. But Beech Grove offensively has got to get this game as they're currently down 8-0 nearing halftime. In their previous games, their toughest game was against Lutheran. They lost 38-6. They only scored 6 points. And then with Cascade, they had scored 13. And in their win against Speedway, they had scored 51 points, Mike. So they definitely have the ability to score. But against this tough Scecina defense, they've really got to pull out the stops and try and figure out how they're going to get this ball downfield.
Mendez at quarterback. 3rd down. The give off the right side. The ball's on the ground. It is fumbled, and they're still battling for it. I think Scecina may have gotten it at the 2-yard line. And I think 26 in the backfield, the running back who originally lost the football was able to recover his fumble. That's Michael McConnell. Now it's 4th and goal. And Scecina has sent in their kicker. It's I believe it's Jalen Long will be doing the kicking from his 10-yard line. So it'll be it's number 88, Carter Nolan, for a 20-yard kick. 20-yard kick for Carter Nolan. The kick is up. It's got the distance. It's good. Carter Nolan, a 20-yard field goal, and the Crusaders on top, 11-0 here in the second quarter.
Lucky for Beech Grove, it's still a 2-possession game, but not where they want to be, down 11-0 with a minute left going into halftime. I think we're going to see some discussions in the locker room here, Mike. Definitely on the Beech Grove side. They need some inspiration, a little pizzazz to try to get them back did see in one drive, they managed to get themselves down to about the 40, 30-yard line, but wasn't able to convert anything. So Beech Grove definitely needs to get some strength out of the way to get themselves on the scoreboard.
The biggest challenge for Coach Winters when you're 1 and 2 is to, and if you go down at halftime, which chances are that's probably going to be the case because they're down 11-0 with under a minute to play. There's 58.5 seconds. Is keeping your kids excited about coming back and having the same intensity. Understanding we're still early on the season, conditioning does play a factor, and they're playing against a team that is undefeated and feels real good about themselves, not only this year, but their tournament history. And the way Out Hurley has run this program is just sensational. The Crusaders are 76-35 in the IHSA, as we mentioned. Already 12 sectionals and 8 regionals, let alone the 4 semi-states and the 2 state titles. There is tradition off to Quincy in Indianapolis at Scecina High School. They are really excited about this. And kicking off for the Crusaders is Carter Nolan. Nolan with a 20-yard field goal to put them up 11-0. Good kick. It's fumbled at about the 8. Missed a tackle and finally wrapped up down there.
Nice move there by the kick returner, but just getting there to the 20-yard line.
McTavis Smith returned the kick, number 22 for Beech Grove. They'll start at the 20. The clock is at 51 seconds, and maybe a couple plays if they choose. Maybe more than that, especially if they throw the football and get out of bounds. Thacker from the quarterback. He gives, and Lee's a ball carrier, and he's dropped by Tamir Woods. He's having a great night tonight. Tamir Woods, number 13, makes a tackle. The ball carrier was Jeremiah Lee.
I've been impressed with both rush defenses on both sides of the ball, not allowing big runs.
Good athletes for Scecina. They've got some size up front. For a Class 2A team, it's the reason why they're pretty good. Lee, and again, he's dropped from behind the line of scrimmage, and it looked like Tamir Lee came from the backside to wrap him up. Nope, that was not Tamir Lee that time. That was long for Out Hurley's ball club. A little bit of diversity there with some tacklers there. Gain of 2, and that'll take care of this one. The quarter has ended. Scecina 11, Beech Grove nothing here at halftime. Both coaches have to talk to their kids and get them prepared because almost anything goes this one. You're watching high school football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
Try our easy-to-use Shop by Payment tool. You set what you want to spend, and our True Payments engine will find the best matches across our entire inventory. You can even add your trade-in. You'll get customized financing for every vehicle matching your budget. You'll be amazed at what you can buy. There is no impact on your credit and no obligation to buy. Shop by Payment.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at GenesisSportsPerformance.com.
It's halftime here at Beech Grove High School. It's Scecina 11 and Beech Grove nothing. Our halftime guest is Garrett Daniel, the Director of Athletics at Beech Grove High School. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, first of all, thank you for your hospitality. It's great to be here at Beech Grove. And let's talk a little bit about Hornet Pride. What is Hornet Pride?
Yeah, I think that's something that I really have been kind of pushing the past couple of years. I just want our athletes, our community, to be proudful of what, we have to offer here at Beech Grove. We're a small kind of community in a big city, but, I think we like to bend together and support each other, and, that's what Hornet Pride's all about.
Garrett Daniel, you had initially come to Beech Grove. You were a basketball coach. You had a relationship with the late Matt English. Can you talk about We Before Me, and can you talk about Matt's contributions to this program?
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough to be brought into Beech Grove by Matt. We Before Me is something he lived by every day, and it was just really important for him and our team, our community, just always putting everything in front of yourself, like not being selfish. It's always about the team, about the community, and not ever wanting the spotlight on yourself.
Garrett, talk about facility improvements here. I think that's really important, not only for the fans, but also the players and the coaches to feel like they've got a chance to win championships.
Yeah, definitely. Our facilities have had a major improvement over the time I've been here at Beech Grove. I know for a very long time they talked about turf field, and now we have 3 turf fields. And you can look out at our press box, you see them all right here, our softball, football, soccer, and baseball field. They are truly amazing facilities, and I know it's kind of a proudful moment here in Marion County to know that we're the only school in Marion County right now can boast that. So it's something we're proud of, and we love to host events, and hopefully our kids, we've been preaching that to our kids. This isn't normal. It's not normal to have these type of facilities. So appreciate it and take care of this.
Garrett Daniel, the Director of Athletics at Beech Grove High School, is our halftime guest on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net. Garrett, I have a question for you. What does it take to be a transformative coach?
Yeah, so I think that's something that has definitely been pushed by the IHSA, and something that I myself was trying to push on to our coaches too. But it's really about just kind of for me that mentality. It's not about the wins and losses. It's not about how you look as a coach and what it looks like. It's about the team and how are you developing these kids. Athletics is going to be a short part in their life, and hopefully they can really take those life lessons that you learn as a team and as a community and take those into their own life and develop from there.
There's some great tradition here at Beech Grove. I've had personally an opportunity to meet some of them. One of them was Mick Ressler, an outstanding athlete here at Beech Grove, former offensive coordinator at Cathedral, head football coach at Brebeuf, and most recently Katie Geralds. Made a tremendous move from Marion to become the head women's basketball coach at Purdue. Your school's very excited. You rewarded her and brought her back.
Oh, yeah. So, last year we got a chance to bring her and her family back and her teammates. We retired Katie Gerald's jersey, so that'll never be worn, but we put it up in the gym for her. She's great. She's amazing. When she comes back, you can't tell that she's been a big time college coach who's won 3 national championships. Now even at Purdue, that stuff doesn't go to her head. She loves Beech Grove. She is really Beech Grove through and through, and we always appreciate when she comes back.
Garrett, I researched you a little bit. You did your undergraduate at IUPUI. You got a master's at Ball State. You went to Southport High School. Tell me, what is a 4-year banner school?
Oh, 4-year banner school?
I read that that Beech Grove is a 4-year banner school.
I'm not quite sure what that is about. Where did you find that out?
I found that out somewhere, but the outstanding academics here at Beech Grove. You're producing some outstanding people. Academically, they go on, and part of it is from an athletic standpoint. How do you mold people?
Oh yeah, I'm very much I preach student athlete, right? You're a student first before you're an athlete. I'm with our administration staff. We work together to basically develop the best kids we can, whether they're athletes or in the band or in the choir. We have great programs here, but a lot of stuff starts in the classroom, and that's what we try to preach.
Garrett Daniel, our guest here at halftime, the Director of Athletics at Beech Grove. For Beech Grove to make a move, overall, certainly you won a boys high school state basketball championship last year. How can people get involved with your program?
Yeah, I think, we're really just trying to develop, we're getting the facilities going. We are a small school in a big city. We accept outside transfers, so I know a lot of the schools around us that are bigger schools, all their kids like to come to a smaller, kind of close-knit community. We open our doors and we try to help the kids that come in here.
Right now, it's at halftime. Scecina on top of Beech Grove, 11-0. However, I heard during the pregame and also during the ball game here, the Beech Grove High School fight song. To me, it sounded like Butler. It must be the Beech Grove way.
Yeah. So I know that. That's a big thing that we like, and we're close to Butler too, and we have some kids that go on there. It's funny we talk about that sometimes too. Like I didn't know that until I got here, but I always loved Butler and what they're all about too.
How challenging is it to be the director of athletics at a Class 4A school when you've got so many events, fall, winter, spring?
Yeah, you don't really quite understand what goes into being an athletic director until you're, in the seat doing it. So people ask me, what do you do? I'm like, well, I don't know. There's a long list of things between here and there, but I think having a good team, I have a great athletic staff, assistant athletic director, the managers, and my administrative assistant. We all team together to cover that different athletic events, and my coaching staff too. They're always willing to lend a helping hand to help out with events. We share the concession stand responsibilities with them, and all that money once again goes back to our athletes, awards, and their Letterman jackets and the stuff like that.
Quickly, let's talk about Brandon Winters and his football program. He told me that before the season began, he had some coaches leave. He also had some kids leave. It looks like they're now stabilized. They're playing really nice defense tonight. They got to get on the board and move that football.
Yeah, it was a tough little summer there. We did have some kids leave and last minute, but our kids and our coaches, they just kept working and kept working. And I think that's big. Like, you talk about life lessons, and that's a life lesson. Things aren't always going to go your way, so you kind of had to pick up the pieces where they were and put them back together. And now, last week, our offense exploded. Not quite getting there right now, but we've had some big plays, and we just need to kind of consistently move the ball down the field, and hopefully our athletes will get some space.
One last point. I believe, having been in athletics virtually all my life, that winning is contagious.
Right.
Last year, Beech Grove Boys High School won a state basketball championship. What kind of impact has that had on your school and on the community?
I think it goes back to that pride factor. We can hold our heads up high and stick our chest out, that knowing that we did something really special. It was definitely a we before me kind of situation, and this community really rallied around us. It was really quite remarkable to see the kind of following we had throughout that state tournament run. And we know we've been the past few years knocking on the door, and we finally knocked it down. So we're excited. It's really had a great impact on our school and our community, and we got a really good group of kids coming back too. I believe we had 7 or 8 seniors coming back. So those guys continue to work hard. Don't get too overconfident. Just realize that it's still there for the taking. That we need to go out there and defend that state championship.
Beech Grove Hornets are orange. You're wearing a Beech Grove Hornets orange shirt. How do we get orange? Where do we go? Come on.
I was a Southport guy, so I was always red and white. But when I came to Beech Grove, we kind of developed the orange, and I love it now. So the orange and black is where we're at. So.
Do you have a spirit shop?
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you go to our athletics website, beechgrove-athletics.com, we partner with BSN, so we have a spirit shop through them that we can order stuff and just be shipped to your house.
A question that very seldom is answered. What are your thoughts about the band? They're outstanding.
Oh, they're amazing. That's one thing when I did come here. I quickly learned how good of a band program Beech Grove has. Corey Wynn, our band director, good friend of mine, he's amazing. He works really hard with the kids, and some of the athletics put the time in. These band kids put a lot of time in. So we have kids who are athletes too that will do band competitions and go play a soccer game or something tomorrow. So yeah, they're great and amazing, and they definitely have their fair share of state runs themselves.
Last question to wrap this up, Garrett. What does the future look like here at Beech Grove?
Yeah, I think it's bright. We're going to continue to develop our kids and mold them and teach that me for me mentality and that Hornet pride. And I just think that the sky's the limit. We have a great group of kids, and coaching staff's amazing, and we're just keep working at it.
Well, that was our guest, Garrett Daniel. Thanks for participating here tonight and sharing with you your vision, your insight about the Beech Grove Hornets, and best of luck to you in the future.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You're watching high school football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
Try our easy-to-use Shop by Payment tool. You set what you want to spend, and our True Payments engine will find the best matches across our entire inventory. You can even add your trade-in. You'll get customized financing for every vehicle matching your budget. You'll be amazed at what you can buy. There is no impact on your credit and no obligation to buy. Shop by payment.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or rayskillmanshadeland.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Back at halftime on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net. Scecina 11, Beech Grove nothing. Our game tonight is built by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance. Training Indianapolis area grade and high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit GenesisSportsPerformance.com. And John Faust, what are some scores around the state?
Yeah, sure, Mike. So right now we've got Mooresville leading Greenwood 28-6 at halftime. Mooresville 3-0, Greenwood 1-2. We've got Westfield leading Noblesville 28-21. That game is at halftime. Both teams 2-1. We have Harrison McCutcheon tied 3-3. They're in the second quarter. We've got Roncalli up 14-10 against Columbus North. Roncalli currently 3-0. Columbus North 2-1. Terre Haute South Vigo is leading Terre Haute North Vigo 27-7. Warren Central is up against Warren Central 20-7. That is in the second quarter. Warren Central 1-2 and Warren Central 2-1. We had broadcasted the Warren Central game last week. We have Park Tudor down 20-22 against Traders Point Christian. They're in the second quarter. We have Brownsburg up 36-14 against Avon. Speedway currently up 35-0 against Indianapolis Cardinal Ritter. We have Covenant Christian up 27-7 against North Putnam. Ben Davis is currently leading Center Grove 27-14. Both teams 2-1 on the season. Fishers and Hamilton Southeastern both 3-0. 14-14 at halftime. A big matchup there on the north side of Indianapolis there. Fishers. That's a good thing. Lafayette Jefferson currently leading Richmond 63-0 in a blowout by Lafayette Jeff. Another blowout here. Cathedral up 35-0 against Indianapolis Bishop Chittard. Both teams 2-1. Cathedral up 35-0. Whiteland currently up 14-0 against Franklin Community. Both teams are 3-0. So a great matchup there. Plenty of football to play. Bloomington South leading Bloomington North 24-0 in a Bloomington matchup there. And last but not least, Carmel leading Pike 21-0. And that is scores from around the state, Mike. And we'll give another update here at the end of the game and get some final scores.
And the beauty of this, John, is you can find all the scores on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net. I think it's a beautiful service because, frankly, in the past, it was really difficult to find high school sports, particularly if you're out of the community. I mean, if you're a graduate, let's say Griffith or Richmond or Scottsburg down in the south or Jeffersonville, it would be hard to find a score. Now you can do that. Just check out IndianaHighSchoolSports.net. Now, tonight's game is built by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. And tonight's game is brought to you by Genesis Sports Performance Training. In Indianapolis, it's area grade and high school training athletes and adult strength training. Visit GenesisSportsPerformance.com. In this game, John, Scecina has 11 points. They have been able to run the football in certain circumstances, but I still think Ott Hurley at 3-0 has to be really dissatisfied. This is an Indiana Crossroads Conference game. This is big, and Beech Grove is still in this contest.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I mean, Scecina up 11-0, but they should probably be up at least 20 points against Beech Grove. There was a touchdown that was called back on a holding call, an 80-yard run by Scecina. Also a deep throw by Scecina that was just short of an open receiver that could have taken it all the way. They've had some opportunities. The luck just was not there, but we have a whole second half here to play, and I know both coaches have gave some inspiring speeches to these young players to get them fired up and get back in this game. You're down 11-0, but that's still a two-possession game, and Beech Grove certainly has enough time to get themselves back in there.
And, John, one of the reasons why Scecina's up 11-0 is their defensive effort. I've been impressed by Tamir Woods, number 13. He has been absolutely all over the field. Now, he came into the ball game tonight with 19 stops. That's third on the team. Mason Barrio leads the Crusaders with 33 stops. We mentioned Adam Young's name, the defensive tackle up front, number 20. Keaton Thiebaud, also an outstanding player, number 28, has 18 stops. This is a really good Scecina defensive team. It might be that defense kind of carries the Crusaders for half the season, and then probably with David Mendez at the helm and with Fitz in the backfield, they're going to be able to score some points.
Absolutely, and this defense is tough, Mike. In the last 3 games, they've only allowed 21 points. So they are definitely strong on that side of the ball and preventing their opponents from scoring. And this 21 points over 3 games, Beech Grove has scored half of those here in the first half. So we'll see how Beech Grove can adapt and conquer here in the second half.
Brandon Winters Ball Club down 11-0. 1300 Par Stokes is back for the kick along with 22. McClavis Smith, one of the outstanding players, along with the starting running back Jeremiah Lee. And kicking off, and he's done it all night long, is Carter Nolan, who knocked through a 20-yard field goal for Ott Hurley's Scecina Crusaders. Well, as we start off here, the third period of play, Carter Nolan will kick off for Scecina, and Beech Grove hoping to get good field position. This one is taken at about the 5-yard line. Good cutback. Yeah, boy, he's finally dropped down by Eric Montgomery. A nice run, though, by Smith, and that'll start about the 25-yard line.
Their special teams on the return sign hasn't been too great, Mike. I haven't seen Beech Grove get any farther than the 25-yard line tonight.
Good kicking by Nolan, and you've got to credit Scecina's ball club. They've got a lot of speed on their roster. And now we've got a flag thrown on the field, and they're going to march this one back. This is really going to tighten things up for Beech Grove, because now the ball's going to be marked at the 11-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 from there. Wow.
This is where they're not comfortable. We saw the safety earlier today with a height that was just way over their heads. And then earlier they tried to get out of that funk, but they got themselves pushed back even farther. When they get themselves in this position, Mike, they don't have the kicking capability to get this ball downfield.
Skylar Thacker, the quarterback, number 2. He throws downfield. It's caught. 25-yard line. And he's finally dropped. The youngster is the one who made the tackle, Barrio, 32, Madden Barrio, the sophomore, but not after a good solid gain of 7 yards. And they're going to move it up. They're going to actually mark it for a 10-yard gain. First down, Beech Grove.
And so far this offense is a little different, Mike. They threw on the first pass. Typically we've seen 2 rushes in the beginning, so we'll see if they keep this game in the air in the second half.
Thacker, 93 out of 407, as we talked about. Take that back. He's 29 out of 61 coming into the ball game. He rolls to his left, looks downfield, and he's going to go down. And guess what? Tamir Woods was the guy that sacked him. Tamir Woods came from behind. They just cannot find his quickness or his length. He's everywhere. Great job by Woods, and a loss of 2 on the play.
Yep, and he's lucky that he did not fumble the ball on that play. He brought his arm back as he was about to throw and had 3 defenders behind him, and just as he was getting tackled, brought it right back up. So good ball security there, but too much time to to be able to get something in the works.
Thacker, four-man rush. They're defending the pass pretty well here. He goes back to pass. Could be a quarterback sneak. He gets upfield, and boy, he has dropped down. And a nice stop there on the far side by Calvin Connor, number 53, short of the first down. He only got about 3 yards. Looked like for a minute there he might scamper down the left sideline. Good job by Connor, Calvin Connor, closing for Scecina.
We saw him look at both his options. They were not available. Decided to scramble left and just go for it. And a good run there. Got themselves some yardage, but just short of his first down with 3 yards to go.
Thacker joined by Jeremiah Lee. Again, Woods, the pressure, gets away, out of contain, behind the line of scrimmage, throws downfield for Murray. This one is, it looks like it was picked off on the far sideline. No flag on the play. Mason Barrio was the guy that caught the football at the Scecina 41. And there now is a flag on the play. Let's see if it's a pass interference, because clearly the receiver, Murray, was run into on the sideline.
Yeah, he was engulfed. He had 3 defenders all around him, pushing him around. That ball was not catchable by the receiver. I'm very impressed by the quarterback's movement there. Skylar Thacker in that pocket, some quick jukes, getting past the defenders, really comfortable in that pocket. We saw him on the run. He felt comfortable on that throw as well, but good awareness in the pocket to understand where that defense is and keep the ball in play.
Pass interference. The ball will be marked from the line of scrimmage, and that's fortunate for Beech Grove. Make that for Scecina, because instead of marking the ball at the 40, they're going to mark it at the Beech Grove 42, 43-yard line after a 15-yard pass interference penalty against the Scecina Crusaders. Thacker at quarterback. The lights are on here in Beech Grove. We've got a battle here in the Indiana Crossroads Conference between these two schools. Here comes a blitz right down the middle. Connor, nice pass and right through the hands. I mean, nothing could have been better for Thacker, and Parr Stokes could not handle it.
That was a perfect pass. Unfortunate there by number 13 for Beech Grove, Hunter Parr Stokes.
And he had room to run as well, as Brandon Fitz-Ramsey was a little bit late on coverage.
Yeah, he saw the ball coming towards him. He put his hands up probably a second too late, right where they needed to be, but wasn't able to get a grasp.
2nd and 10 for the Hornets. Look, Woods putting pressure once again. Thacker gets outside contained. Thacker cuts inside. He goes down. 46-yard line. And Woods comes from behind and makes the tackle. Woods just runs down the play. Great effort. David Mendez now playing defense. He plays both ways. The quarterback was behind Woods. And that's maybe a gain of about 2. It'll be 3rd down and long for Beech Grove here in the 3rd period to open up this possession. Thacker down the right side, and it's caught and dropped at about the 50-yard line. Nice catch there by Crawley, but it's going to be well short. And Mason Barrio and Mendez did a great job of defending that pass. And frankly, Thacker had somebody running deep, was wide open, and he went to the inside, and it fell short. Now it's 4th down. Beech Grove, tempo. They're going to go for it. Thacker calling this one out against a 4-man front. The linebackers are really close to the line of scrimmage. They can throw deep if they have someone to bust over the top. And now a flag is thrown. Could be a delay of game. Nope, there's offside.
Offsides, yeah. We saw the Beech Grove players applaud on that one. That's an automatic first down for them, Mike.
That is amazing. They'll take it, and they'll move the football. And as John said, it's a 1st down. In Crusader territory at the 45. Thacker, quarterback, trying to spread the field out, looks down low, and again off the hands of the intended receiver, Jamar Davis.
We're seeing better throws here by Thacker, but unfortunately his receivers
Got to help him.
must have had some corn or something at halftime, right? I mean, all of these passes are going right through their hands. It's not on Thacker.
Davis had 2 catches and a touchdown coming to the ball game with 38 yards. Not a team that throws the ball that much, but they've got to move the football here. They just have not had much success running the ball in the first half. 2nd down and long. Looks like a blitz on the inside. Did a good job picking it up. And slipping on the right side is Javarian Coleman. He's 230 pounds, but he just doesn't get enough speed going north-south. And maybe a half yard, if best.
Yeah, Javarian Coleman, 5'9", 240 pounds. Had some nice speed there, some nice momentum, but was stopped early.
Thacker looking downfield, and it's almost picked off. It's almost picked off by Connor. Connor, 53, had his hand on the football as the receiver was streaking behind him. He did a good job falling back in space, and Calvin Connor almost had a pick. It's 4th down.
Beech Grove playing a little more aggressive, making some riskier throws, trying to get themselves back in this. Lucky for them, Scecina wasn't able to capitalize with turnover on those throws, but good effort by Beech Grove to switch something up in the second half and try something on this tough defense.
The Hornets will punt. This time a decent snap. This one gets away. Fair catch is made, but the ball gets by, and it is down. An excellent job there by Beech Grove to down the football. That was Dominic Jennings that set it down, and it'll be 1st down for the Hornets at that point.
That was a great kick by Dawson Flannery, their punter. Getting that within 10 yards of the end zone. Excellent kick there and a good stop by special teams and getting that where it needed to be.
It'll be 1st down and 10 at the 10-yard line. The Crusaders' defense comes up big once again to start off the 3rd period. You have to think if Scecina holds on the football and establishes a drive here, they're going to be in the driver's seat right now. There's still some question in just a 2-possession game at 11-0. And they're deep in their own territory. Mendez the give to the running back. He's going nowhere. Good run defense.
Yep, Beech Grove's run defense continues to stop those runs. Scecina has not had any success with running the ball right up the middle.
Julius Florence, number 48, did a nice job of filling that gap that time and brought the running back down. And Coach Winters talked about Florence being an outstanding defender. He did a really nice job there controlling the middle of the field. Now he's going to play at left defensive end as they have 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers playing that base defense. And there's nowhere to go. And the defense rallies, and they drop him back for another loss. And Beech Grove's defense is starting to tighten up.
Yeah, Mike, that rush defense has been playing great all night.
A loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Big stop here for Beech Grove. This is what they need.
Scecina trying to spread out the Beech Grove Hornets defensively. Mendez in the backfield, single back, looking downfield. Now he's going to run, throws, and this one is caught by Barrio at the 35. He's got a 1st down, 40. He's at the 50, and he's going down at about the 48-yard line, and a great catch by number 40, Mason Barrio, after he's dropped by Dominic Jennings.
That was a great catch. Kept his feet in bounds and managed to get some yards after the catch. It almost looked like he was maybe going to go out of bounds. Already had the 1st down, but kept that momentum going and got themselves an extra 10, 15 yards on that play.
About a 44-yard pass play from Mendez to Mason Barrio. And that's why Barrio is the leading receiver for Scecina coming this ball game. He has been really outstanding at both ends for Out Hurley this year. Mendez back to pass. There's a hold. Pass is caught. 30 and going out of bounds, but there's a flag in the play. Clearly there's a hold, and the receiver who made the catch was Keegan Ray, but this is coming back. There was a hold in the interior of the offensive line. One of the defensive ends was trying to get in, and the Scecina lineman had his hands draped all over him. Question is, can Beech Grove's defense capitalize on this penalty right now? It still remains first down. Mendez out of the shotgun. And they give to Fitz Ramsey. He's not going anywhere. He is not going anywhere. He's grabbed by a couple Hornets there. Really nice effort defensively there. One of the tacklers, I believe, was, it looked like David Sims, but it's not David Sims, 79. But really nice effort there. 73 coming into the ball game. He may have been one of the tacklers, Aaron Norman. 6'3", 260 pounds. Great effort by Coach Winters' ball club. It'll be second and long.
And there's a flag. Just threw that out there.
And there may be 12 men on the field. There may be too many men on the field for Beech Grove. That is costly. That's going to move the football down, or a sideline warning. Fortunately for Beech Grove, the sideline warning, so it's just a warning. They will not be penalized. Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of things have gone in favor for Beech Grove tonight, and I can't harp enough about their rush defense, but they need to be ready for the passes. Scecina has been throwing some deep passes, 20, 30-yard passes that have been successful, and Beech Grove needs to be ready for those.
David Mendez, no interceptions this year. He's thrown 4 touchdowns. The junior rolls to his right, has some space, deep downfield, and this one is thrown out of bounds. Boy, he had a receiver open. That was Jacob Martin, but the ball was tossed out of bounds. And virtually, John, in high school football, there's a lot of space out there. You can throw the football. You've got to have someone who can accurately throw the ball. If you do, you're dangerous.
Absolutely. On defense, I think Beech Grove needs to be ready for that. Scecina is trying to go for a first down here, and they have 26 yards to go. Beech Grove's defense was lined up a little short, about 10 yards from the beginning of that first down.
Unfortunately, John, there's a roughing the passer. A flag was thrown. David Mendez was roughed behind the line of scrimmage, and that will move the football back. It'll move the football forward, and that should be a first down, an automatic first down, even though it was a long way to go for a first down, but you rough the quarterback, it's an automatic first down, and boy, that really cost the Beech Grove defense.
It certainly did. They were in a position there, 2nd and 26, to try and get that 3 and out and get that ball back in their hands. Unfortunate here, but still a lot of ball game left to go.
Mendez takes a 3-step drops, throws, and this one is incomplete. Right off the fingertips of Mason Barrio, a little bit thrown high, and he had a defender on his back. I believe it was Isaiah Carpenter, a linebacker, that had a nice job of covering Barrio out of the backfield. It'll be 2nd and 10. And for a minute there, I thought it may have been a pick because the ball was tipped up in the air. The good news for Scecina is they don't have to take much time to call the play because they're in the driver's seat. They're in the lead, 11-0. We're in the third period, and there's 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go, and the whistle blows, and Scecina wants a timeout because I think they were awfully close to expiring that game clock, which could have been a delay penalty, but not that time. Our game tonight brought to you by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. Game also brought by Genesis Sports Performance Training, Indianapolis area grade and high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit GenesisSportsPerformance.com. And right now it's 11-0 Scecina. Timeout on the field. And frankly, even though Scecina called timeout, I think it's a good timeout for Beech Grove. Their defense needs to get organized.
I think so too. Absolutely. Beech Grove looking a little shaky here after a few penalties and calls not going their way. But again, there's a lot of football left. This ball's at the 50-yard line. They have opportunity to get this back.
It is a little bit cooler here in Indianapolis tonight, but don't forget to hydrate. You've got to drink water. When it's 70 degrees above and you're playing football, you better drink water. And frankly, I saw a lot of the Beech Grove defenders drinking water. Not only that, but I saw the officials drinking water too. It's pretty humid out here tonight, even though it's a little bit cooler this evening here on the east side of Indianapolis. Beech Grove trails Scecina 11-0. Barrio in motion. Mendez will throw. Looks left. Got his receiver. Good defensive play there by the DB, Daniel Yata. And the catch was made by Keegan Ray. And that'll be close to a first down.
I'm not seeing a lot of pressure from Beech Grove on those short throws. Scecina having a lot of time and a lot of space to get those off. And those are going to accumulate. They're going to be able to get that downfield. Beech Grove needs to apply a little more pressure on that passing game.
7 or 8 yard gain as the Beech Grove crowd tries to motivate their defense to get into this game. Short yard situation for Scecina upcoming. Mendez with Fitz Ramsey in the backfield. Mendez going to throw. It's a rush. Throws downfield. He has a receiver. And just over the top is Mason Barrio. And he missed him at the 15-yard line. Wow.
Another opportunity where it coulda, shoulda, woulda. That was a great throw. Unfortunately, overthrew his receiver just a hair. That's the second time he's done that tonight, but very close. You have to keep making that throw because one of these plays that's going to come down for a touchdown.
Mike Fonseca, playing nose guard, did a great job putting heat on Mendez and forces the punt. It'll be fourth down, and in the ball game is Nolan Carter. He'll stand on his own 42-yard line. Lawrence Lewis back for the punt for Beech Grove. He's going to let this one roll.
That's a great kick. Scecina.
Tamir Woods grabs it. I think he got it the 1 yard line. That'll be down, maybe inside the one. Another great, nope. Goes in the end zone. Goes in the end zone.
He grabbed the ball and was tiptoeing right along that, but managed to get himself into that end zone. I almost thought for a moment he was going to catch it and jump and kind of throw it over and try and keep him in bounds, but he thought that he could maintain possession of that. Unfortunate, because that would have been great position for Scecina to have Beech Grove in. But fortunate for Beech Grove. Beech Grove has had a lot of fortunate opportunities tonight, just not offensively.
I mentioned Nolan Carter. It's actually Carter Nolan. Carter Nolan with a nice punt, but yet, as John mentioned, just trickled in the end zone. Thought for a minute, might have downed it, but not so. Starting at the 20, first down and 10 here in the third period. Back to pass. Thacker looks down the middle. He's got a man for about a 5, maybe 6 yard gain. Actually, he carried himself. Apologize on that one. Thacker carries the football for a couple yards. Second down and long. 4-man front for Scecina. They play that base defense most of the time on first and second down. So, makes it kind of challenging to run the football. Maybe a passing situation here for Thacker. They're going to give. And that's 29 on the 30. There's a flag down. Solid run there by Jeremiah Lee, now near the first down marker. But I think we're going to go backwards here.
Very good run, but you can see it on quarterback Skylar Thacker's face as he hangs back over by his end zone. He knows that's coming back.
There's a signal. It is a hold against the Beech Grove Hornets, and we have a player down, and that's David Mendez. That's not a good sign for Scecina yet. It appears that might be a cramp.
I was going to say something about that earlier, Mike. It's tough to have your quarterback play defense because of these right here. It is your leader on your offense, and for him to be injured can be a tough break for you. Hopefully Mendez is okay and can finish out this game.
Again, it talked about hydrating. Even though it's cooler, it's still humid outside. And if you're playing football, drink lots and lots and lots of water. In fact, drink more water than you normally would. And that's going to help. Not going to guarantee a cramp, but it's going to help.
Yeah, he's walking. Started off gingerly there a little bit, but as he continues to walk, looks to be better.
Good learning experience in this ball game for both ball clubs. With Scecina on top 11-0. It's good because each possession counts. It's very important to focus on each possession. Too often teams give up a possession or two, forget about it. But you got to focus and do the best you can on each possession. Be efficient, limit the penalties, and good things will happen. And that penalty right there is really going to cost Beech Grove. It puts them in really bad field position here on second down.
It does, and this is where they feel uncomfortable, right? This is probably their fourth time.
Thacker back to pass, getting a rush from Woods, gets by. Looks, and Woods comes along with Calvin Connor, drops him down, and a sack at about the 9-yard line.
You saw for a moment there he thought about throwing it, but decided just to hold on to the ball. We've seen that a lot tonight with Skylar Thacker in that situation. Just ready to throw, decides to hold on, and gets hit hard by the defense.
I don't know what the official score is going to rule, but that's probably a half a sack for Woods and Connor.
Tough break for Beech Grove here, looking at a 3rd and 20.
Here's a blitz from the outside. Thacker looking down the middle, throws, and this one almost intercepted, incomplete. It was intended for Crawley, number 11. The younger Maddenberrio, 32, nearly had the pick at about the Beech Grove 45-yard line. It'll be a punting situation for the Hornets.
And that was tough. He had to throw off of one foot, off of his non-dominant foot. Had to put a little extra juice into it, but overthrew his receiver. Tough break for Beech Grove.
Flannery will punt to the brothers. 32 on the near side is the youngster Maddenberrio. The senior on the far side, number 40, Mason Berrio. Their father, an assistant coach with Coach Hurley. We talked about having a great high school football career at Warren Central, played at Ball State, 1 year with the Dallas Cowboys before he got injured. In fact, he got Billy Bates' 40 jersey. Billy Bates, for a number of years, was a special teams icon for the Dallas Cowboys. And then, of course, it was Berrio, but he got injured and had to give up his NFL career. And now his two sons are really having an outstanding year this year for Scecina. And I think Mason Berrio is a prospect. The senior, 6'1", 175, pretty versatile, has long arms. Not quite sure his speed, but he's big enough and tough enough and solid enough to play collegiately at the next level somewhere. Not quite sure where that will be. Speaking of outstanding players, David Baker, outstanding receiver for Scecina, now playing for Tom Allen and Indiana Hoosiers. And, boy, that wide receiver room is loaded with talent. So David's not getting much action, but perhaps against Idaho we might see him play this Saturday. And here's the kick upcoming for Flannery. They've got to have a good snap. Already a safety. This one dropped by Flannery, and he just got it away, and this one is going to be ugly. It may go backwards. Oh, he got a good bounce. He got a great bounce. He got a fantastic bounce to the 33-yard line. I'd take that any day.
Yeah, he barely caught that, dropped it, just had to get something off, and it was high up and came down and just had the momentum going away from where it needed to go. So, again, another thing that has gone in favor of Beech Grove.
Minute 46 to go in the third period. Tonight's game built by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance Training, Indianapolis area grade high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit genesissportsperformance.com. David Mendez, first down. Great field position for the Crusaders, up 11-0 late in the third. Mendez rolls right.
Nice block there.
Downfield, it's caught. That's the youngster, Madden Barrio.
And that was a great block there by Brandon Fitzramsey in the backfield, protecting his quarterback. A player from Beech Grove had broken through that offensive line, and Fitzramsey was there to give that extra protection to his quarterback to make that throw.
Madden Barrio run out of bounds by Cantrell Bird. A 9-yard gain, maybe 8. It'll be second and short for Scecina. They are marching close to that red zone on top of this one in the third period, 11-0. Single backfield for Mendez. Flag on the play, whistle blow, and this one is dead.
And tried to go for a quarterback sneak there, Mike.
Minute 36. There's a defensive infraction, offsides. Somebody on the defensive line for Beech Grove lined in the neutral zone. And that is another costly penalty, and that means it's a Scecina first down. And they are now inside the 20. We're nearing the end of the third period. Scecina trying to break this game open. Brandon Fitzramsey, the lone back for Mendez. The pass, it is caught by Martin, a flag on the play.
Maybe a hold there on the receiver. Definitely on Beech Grove, just not sure what.
That might be a touchdown. It might be pass interference on the near side. And great job by Jacob Martin getting the catch. And David Mendez threw a beautiful strike on a nice little skinny post play on the right side. Jacob Martin, 6 foot, 165 pounder with a touchdown pass from David Mendez. It's a 17-0 game. Well, hold on for a second. That was not a score. That was not a score. And they will move the football first down at the 10-yard line. That was not a score.
Trying to figure out the spot of the ball, or
So an automatic first down for Scecina. And they still have an 11-0 lead. I thought the ball was caught, but it wasn't. And Mendez will go at it again inside the 10. Toss sweep. Nice inside cut. It's dropped down near the 5-yard line, but he got positive yardage.
yeah, very nice cut there, Mike. He could have kept going and had a little bit of yardage there, but took that cut to get himself inside. A nice gain there of 2 yards, but still a little short of that goal line.
Cantrell Bird comes up limping a little bit, number 9 on the backside. Had the tackle there for Beech Grove. He's a big guy in the middle of the field. An outstanding football player for the Hornets tonight. Fitzramsey in the backfield with Mendez. Mendez to Fitzramsey off the right side. He's in the end zone, touchdown. Brandon Fitzramsey, plenty of space. You could have ran a truck through there. And it's 17-0. They scored.
Yeah, that was great protection there by the offensive line. The defensive line was just caught up in the blocking there. And great job by Scecina to get that ball in the end zone and put themselves up 17-0.
Carter Nolan in the ball game now. Carter Nolan with the extra point, and that is a plus for a 2A team to have an extra outstanding kicker. He's done a good job punting, and now he gets a chance for an extra point here. This one is up, plenty of space. He nailed it. 18-0. 18-0 here. With 46.9 seconds to play in the third period, that was a very solid drive for Scecina. And right now, you look at Beech Grove, body language doesn't look good on that sideline.
No, it doesn't look good, Mike. And earlier I saw Skylar Thacker, and a few of his wide receivers sitting on this bench over here talking, and their posture didn't look engaged. It didn't look constructive. It looked as if they were admitting defeat. I can see it in their body language. So I hope that's not the case. I hope that they turn this around, put some points on the board, and get that momentum and get that optimism instilled into their mentality.
This is an Indiana Crossroads Conference matchup between the Scecina Crusaders and the Beech Grove Hornets. It's 18-0. Late in the third period. Just under 47 seconds to play. Carter Nolan will kick off. McTavish Smith is the deep back, number 22. Along with Murray for Beech Grove. Scecina has done a great job on special teams tonight, showing their team speed here at Beech Grove. Solid kick. Murray gets out of the way. Smith from the 5. Barrio and Connor were the two guys that got him at the 20. After about a 15-yard return, it'll be first down for the Hornets.
And again, tough returning tonight for Beech Grove. Hasn't really gotten it farther any more than the 20-25-yard line at best. So haven't had some good opportunities for field position.
Great crowd on the far side of the visiting Scecina Crusaders. They brought, I would think, probably at least 500 fans. The visiting stands are completely full. That shows a sign of a team that has tradition and championship written all over them. 4 down linemen defensively right now for the Crusaders. There's a nice run, and he's cut down after a gain of about 4 or 5. In the backfield, that's Jeremiah Lee running again.
Yeah, very good run, and we've seen that from Jeremiah Lee earlier today. When he gets an open field, he's quick. He's got some nice cuts. He's able to get himself open in that field and really get himself downfield. Great job there by Jeremiah Lee.
Beech Grove is going to try to get the last play of the third period here. Maybe. They don't have to snap the ball if they don't want to. They won't be penalized if it goes down to nothing. There's a snap. Back to pass. It is caught by Murray at the 35, 40, first down.
That was close, Mike. I wasn't sure if they were going to get that off, but just before the play clock expired. So good job by Beech Grove there. Might have caught Scecina off guard. Wasn't sure if they were going to run a play or not.
Jerron Murray catches the ball in front of Fitz Ramsey. That's a first down, and that ends our third period of play. And with that, we've got Scecina 18, Beech Grove nothing. You're watching High School Sports on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at GenesisSportsPerformance.com.
Back at Beech Grove High School, we start the fourth period of play. The Hornets are down 18-0, but they just got themselves a first down. Run to the outside, and he's going to get positive yardage there. This young man, number 29, Jeremiah Lee, has carried most of the load tonight for Beech Grove. He gets up gingerly there at his own 45-yard line. They may be taking him out of the game there.
And that's not good to see. Jeremiah Lee with two big runs here in the last few plays. I hope he's okay as he exits the game. Looks like maybe something with his leg. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. He's able to play next game, but very unfortunate for Beech Grove.
Saul Hernandez checks in the lineup there in the backfield, number 21. Behind Thacker, the quarterback. Skylar Thacker, number 2, the senior. Skylar getting the play call from the sideline. There's a blitz on the inside. Hernandez running to the right side gets a couple yards before he's piled up. And one of the tacklers is Keegan Ray, number 85 for Scecina. At this point, down 18-0, Beech Grove has to increase the tempo of the game. If it slows down, I think it favors Scecina up 18-0.
Couldn't agree more, Mike. And we saw at the beginning of this half, Beech Grove come out and make some deeper throws. Unfortunately, the receivers weren't able to catch them, but I think that's the mentality they need to have in this fourth quarter.
Hernandez, straight forward, should be a first down. Connor made the tackle for Scecina, and the Hornets are moving the football towards the 50-yard line. Jeremiah Lee back in the ball game. Number 29 for the Hornets. Trying to find some offense in today's game. They average 317 yards a game coming into this one. Thacker down the middle, almost picked. Thacker was looking for Hunter Parr-Stokes, the tight end, down the middle of the field, and it wasn't close. And the sophomore, 32, Madden Barrio, almost had a pick. Clock stops. That's the good news for the Hornets. Every second is precious for this ball club, trailing 18-0 here at home to Scecina. Thacker works in the backfield along with Jeremiah Lee. Thacker, pump fake. He's going to run right down the middle. He's got himself a first down and more. Finally taken down after a big gain. Tamir Woods was the guy that made the tackle, but that's a first down for the Hornets.
Big run by Skylar Thacker, one of his best plays tonight. If you can't get it done in the air, take it to the ground.
First down and 10 from the 32-yard line of Scecina. For Beech Grove, looking for their first score of the contest. Thacker back to pass, looks deep down the left side to Murray, and he was interfered with inside the 5-yard line, but the penalty will be marked from the line of scrimmage. It's a 15-yard penalty. That definitely was pass interference.
And that's what we talked about, Mike, is we got to get more aggressive. We got to make bigger throws. And it's working out in Beech Grove's favor. This is maybe the second time that they've been in the red zone this entire game. Their first trip to the red zone, they just lost too much yardage and couldn't score any points, but they're inching their way closer to a touchdown here.
Keaton Thiebaud, number 28, the DB, was the defender and picked up the flag there. Thiebaud interfered with Murray. The football marked now at about the 17-yard line. It'll be a first down for Beech Grove, and the Hornets are in business.
Let's see what Beech Grove can do here in the red zone.
Thacker has done a good job finding Murray most of the game tonight. Number 4, Murray and Thiebaud on the near side of the field. Plenty of space. He's got single coverage out there. Thacker gives to the running back. Far side to the 20, and he got hit. They closed quickly, and a nice job there by Jacob Martin. Number 24 closing in on 29, Jeremiah Lee. He just had too much space to run and too much time for the Scecina defense is awfully quick to catch up.
That was a big run, but also a big tackle to stop that runner there and stop any forward progress from happening after the tackle.
Lee in the backfield with Mendez. We'll make that Thacker. My apologies. Skylar Thacker, the quarterback for the Hornets. Throws down the middle, and it's knocked away and almost picked. Thebo went in front of the receiver, Smith, and almost got that one as both of them went up for the football.
Yeah, no, good throw by Skylar. Just got hit by a defensive lineman there. It looked to be right on target, but unfortunate there that the defense had stopped that. But Beech Grove here with a 3rd and 12 opportunity still in the red zone.
Cantrell Bird now is on Thebo on the left side. Pass down the middle, and right down to the goal line is 15, Jamar Davis. Davis
took that tackle, and you thought maybe he can keep his balance and keep that forward momentum going, but that was a big hit and just kind of fell down right after that hit.
Actually, he's down to the 6-yard line.
4th and 1 here for Beech Grove.
And looked like an offensive lineman just jumped on the right side of the Hornets offensive line. That was Dabner Jonathan, number 55, I believe. And that is costly because, as you mentioned, it was 4th and 1. Probably a run situation. That's going to take him back 5 yards. .8:20. The clock is running. Yeah, smart decision by Coach Winters. Get organized, come up with a play, look for a matchup situation. I wouldn't be surprised that Beech Grove tries to find number 4, Jerron Murray. He's been really good all night long. And with that, we'll be back. We'll take some messages on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Back at Beech Grove High School, where the Hornets finally can smell the end zone, but they picked up a penalty. It's 4th down. Pass into the goal line, and this is incomplete. They had a receiver, Davis, in the end zone, Jamar Davis. Skylar Thacker, the quarterback, found him on a little skinny post there, and he dropped the football in the end zone. He was belted as he received the ball.
That was tough, Mike. He had the ball in his hands, came down with it, but did not have possession and then dropped it. Very unfortunate there. It looked close to a touchdown.
So Scecina will take over the football on downs at the 14-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders with 8:07 remaining to go in this one. It hasn't been a pretty football game, but Scecina has minimized the turnovers and the penalties. And they've been, from time to time, been able to run the football and get some big plays. And there is another flag on the play.
That's going to go on Beech Grove.
Another offsides. I think we've had 3 or 4 offside infractions on the Beech Grove front there.
Yeah, we've seen some offsides calls. We've seen some false starts. Penalties have been on both sides of the ball, but definitely more on Beech Grove.
So it'll be first down and 5 yards to go for Scecina at this point from the 19-yard line. Crusaders trying to spread out the football, although I think this is a run situation here. There it is. The quarterback, Mendez, off the right side. He's got some room. He's going to be close to the first down marker.
Nice run by Mendez, and I think we're going to start seeing the Crusaders running the ball more and trying to kill this clock with 8 minutes left in the ballgame, Mike.
And this has got to be frustrating for the Beech Grove defense. They played, for the most part, a pretty good football game tonight. Their offense just has not been able to sustain anything and put the ball in the end zone.
Absolutely. And it's a tough Scecina defense. Like I said, this last 3 games they've allowed 21 points. And now almost 4 games they've allowed 21 points. We'll see if Beech Grove can throw anything up on the scoreboard. But a very tough Scecina defense.
First down, and this ball carrier off the left side, that's the leading rusher, Brandon Fitzramsey. He gets maybe a yard or 2. But the good news for your Scecina Crusader fans is the fact that that takes time off the clock. The clock continues to run when you run the football. Makes it a pretty fast game. Second and short, second and long for the Crusaders. Mendez, quarterback sneak. Not quite sure what he saw there. He didn't get much. Maybe a yard. Julius Florence, 48, checking in the ball game now for Beech Grove. For Angel Hernandez, number 59. As the clock continues to run here at Beech Grove High School, 18-0 Scecina. 6:30 to go. Mendez out of the shotgun. A 3rd and long. 2-step drop. Getting pressure, throwing the ball. It's a flat ball, went out of bounds. There was no chance of catching that, with the exception if the player might have found a ladder.
Correct. But I will say that was a great throw on the run on his back foot. That was actually pretty impressive. That had a lot of hang time, but it had a nice spiral to it.
4th down for Scecina, and again, the Beech Grove defense turns them out. And the deep guy is Jeremiah Lee. He awaits that punt, lets it go. Nice punt. And the Crusaders, Jalen Long, gets Carter Nolan's punt and downs it at about the Beech Grove 42-yard line. And we're not getting at MVPs here, but I think Carter Nolan has proved that he's an outstanding special teams player, the punter, the place kicker, and he's got himself a field goal today. Hornets first down and 10, 42-yard line. Skylar Thacker, still your quarterback, has led the Hornets the entire way. They have not crossed the end zone quite yet. That defense has been stout for Scecina. Thacker, downfield, ball was tipped, and it's incomplete. It looked like Tamir Woods may have got a hand on it once again, coming in defensively from the left side, and he was supported by Adam Young. With 83, Long and Woods, boy, this Scecina defense is really good. For a Class 2A ball club, this team could once again go very far in this state tournament. They've got some talent, and they're well coached. Here's the snap. Quarterback run, and that was 85 Keegan Ray making the stop on Skylar Thacker after just about a 4-yard run.
And that's been one of his strengths, Mike, honestly, for Thacker there is scrambling and getting some extra yardage for his team that hasn't been so successful running the ball with the tailback or throwing it in the air.
Well, right now they can't afford to run the ball. It's wasting too much time. And it's to Scecina's advantage when they run the football. There's Thacker. He's going to be sacked. and he's going to be taken down by Henry Weimer, number 77. Henry Weimer's going to get the sack, and that's going to be around the Beech Grove 40. And again, the clock continues to run here. That was a huge sack for Scecina. And we've got about 5:05 to go in the ball game. It'll be 4th down, and Beech Grove is going to go for broke. 4th down, and about 12. Thacker back to pass, looking down the middle, throws for Davis, and it's knocked out of bounds by Thiebaud at the last minute. And the Beech Grove sideline was hoping for a pass interference, but no flag. This one is incomplete, and the ball is turned over to Scecina again. The Crusader defense stout.
Yeah, Beech Grove was wanting something there, but unfortunately the receiver had his feet out of bounds, so that catch, or that pass was ineligible to be caught.
Mackie Jordan, number 10, and number 6, Zion Young Scott, are in the lineup now for Beech Grove for the Hornets, as it'll be 1st down and 10 at the Beech Grove 40 for Scecina as we play in the 4th quarter. The Hornets trailing the Crusaders 18-0. David Mendez, the quarterback for Scecina. I formation behind him. Mendez, the give to number 15. There he goes, the leading runner, and he's all the way down. He's still going and pushing the pile towards the 15-yard line. That was a nice run by Brandon Fitzramsey. Brandon Fitzramsey showed a lot of flexibility there.
And that was a great handoff. He kind of concealed that a little bit, where you just didn't think that from that position he was actually going to kind of hand that off. And great play there to run that down 30 yards off of that.
Nice run by Brandon Fitzramsey for the 1st down at about the 18.5 per se, with under 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Scecina looking for their 4th consecutive victory of this young season. Mendez. Fitzramsey again. This time he's cut down right at the line of scrimmage.
And they tried it again. You see, he's got that quick flip, that quick handoff to his running back to try and throw that defense off guard.
72, Mike Fonseca made the tackle once again for Beech Grove. And Mendes can take his time getting the play in for the sideline. Yeah, from Odd Hurley, they're just working the clock right now, and they've run the football on consecutive occasions here in this possession. Mendes, the give to the running back, and he gets some positive yardage. And, John, it looked like to me the fullback, number 15, Brandon Fitzramsey, jumped the snap. I think he was offsides, but there was no call. Those are things that they're going to have to work on. Those are little things that the coaches certainly will look at in terms of film and fix. But he did pull up before the ball was snapped, but the officials did not throw the flag as number 26 is in the backfield, Michael McConnell.
It actually looks like there might be a flag on the play, Mike. We don't see it.
There it goes. Another one.
But they have stopped the play.
This is one thing that has really plagued Beech Grove tonight. I mean, they've had yellow flag after yellow flag the entire ball game.
Absolutely, but I also think there were a few in their favor as well.
Yeah, the beauty of the flags, the beauty of football, you can fix those things. It just takes practice over and over and over again. It's repetitive, and they can do it. It's still a young season. Toss sweep, 26, left side, touchdown, Scecina. That's 26, and that's a touchdown for Michael McConnell. McConnell on the pitch from the quarterback, Mendez.
Great touchdown there. Kind of kicked on the afterburners after a few seconds. Easy lane for him to get right through. Scecina taking complete domination of this football game, only scoring 11 points in that first half, now scoring 14 in the second.
24-0 now, Scecina. And the Crusaders will line up for the kick. Carter Nolan will do the kicking Will battles. The backup quarterback will hold. On its way. 25-0. Split the uprights. The Crusaders 25. Beech Grove 0 in this conference battle. The Indiana Crossroads Conference, and it looks like Scecina and Lutheran probably are the premier football programs early on this season in this conference.
Yeah, and Scecina has not played Lutheran quite yet, but Beech Grove has played Lutheran in their season opener, and they lost 38-6. So it'll be interesting to see how Scecina matches up against a tough Lutheran team.
When you talk about Scecina, the Crusaders are in sectional 39, Class 2A. And right now, looking at this sectional, clearly the Crusaders are on the top because you've got Brownstown Central, Switzerland County, Triton Central, Crystal House Manual, Clarksville, Brown County, and Eastern Apecan. And one of those programs, Triton Central with Coach Abel, I think is a pretty good ball club, but they don't, and I've seen them play, they don't necessarily have the size and the speed for Scecina. So I think the Crusaders are a good shot to make a run in this tournament, and it all starts with sectional 39, Class 2A. But this is a big win for the Crusaders. This will be their 6th consecutive win in this series. They are now up 25-0. There's just 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the ball game. Carter Nolan will kick off once again for Scecina. And this is a weapon because he drills it around the 5-yard line. This is Smith. And Smith is taken down, and one of the guys, once again, is Tamir Woods. I can't say enough about number 13, Tamir Woods. He has been all over the football field.
He absolutely has. He's been a dominant force on this defense for Scecina, who has allowed 0 points in this football game. I can't harp enough about how great this defense is in allowing 21 points over the course of 4 games in an early time of the season.
They've been solid, but again, I think as Coach Hurley has said, they just have not played up their capability at both ends. There's still plenty of space for these teams to get better, and that's to say for every team. You're always going to get better. They're still young kids. I mean, they're still 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. They still have not put together the best 4 consecutive quarters, and neither has Beech Grove yet, but that pass from Skylar Thacker nearly had the receiver Davis, and he's looked for Davis 3 consecutive times and just can't find him.
Just hasn't been able to click. The throws there, it's been both sides. It's been tough. Hopefully, Beech Grove can take this as a learning opportunity as they go to Southport here next week. Southport currently 0-3, maybe 0-4 in a tough game tonight where Beech Grove can look to try and get a win under their belt.
Thacker is going to be sacked. He had no time. The protection broke down, and there's a sack. And once again, the second sack of the ball game for Henry Weimer, number 77. And it's good news for Coach Hurley because this young man is a sophomore at 6'2", 220. You got a youngster making plays like this. This is just a bonus early on in the season.
It is. Like I said, you take this as a learning opportunity. You gain some more experience, especially against a tough football team, too. You learn a lot of new things when you play against this caliber. You got to play the best to become the best.
Well, there's a hold there, but they're going to decline the penalty. Not only was there a hold, but Henry Weimer was able to sack the quarterback. And once again, another penalty. And that goes to show you that 4 quarters is really important. You got to be in condition. You got to finish. You got to finish. You got to start fast, and you got to finish fast. And that's important.
And it's been unfortunate for the Hornets tonight where a lot of their offense has been within their own territory. Typically behind the 25-yard line is where they have been mostly this game. They've had maybe two or three drives where they've been able to push it downfield, but just nothing that gets them closer to getting points on the board.
2nd down and 10 for Beech Grove. Well, make that third down because they declined the penalty. It would have been second down, but they declined it. So they're going to change the marker on the far side of the field to third down. Here's the give to the running back, and boy, he's wrapped up and taken down at about the 24-yard line. The workhorse here tonight, most of the night, it's been number 29, Jeremiah Lee.
Which we saw him a little shaken up earlier, so it's good for him to be back in this game. A good outlook for Beech Grove in the rest of their season to have their players healthy.
The challenge for Beech Grove moving forward, will they be able to throw the football down the field, down the stretch this season, because you've got to have balance offensively, especially in Class 4A. Beech Grove is in Class 4A, and this class this year throughout the state of Indiana it's absolutely loaded. I mean, there are some really good football teams in 4A. Thacker, he's going to be taken down by Tamir Woods, and the ball got out. Another 6-point touchdown. The ball popped out. Scecina gets it, and the Crusaders on the board once again. And we've got ourselves a score of 31-0. This is now considered to be a rout.
Yeah, we saw Skylar Thacker start to run a little bit, and the defense managed to knock that ball out of his hands, take it into the end zone. Skylar Thacker has had a very tough night tonight. I told you right at about the end of the third quarter, him and some receivers sitting down, and just the posture, they were already admitting defeat. And we can see that as in that first half, Scecina had only scored 11 points, and now Beech Grove has allowed them to score another 21 points in the second half.
The kick by Carter Nolan. And it's good. And it's 32-0. 32-0.
32-0.
What a football game for Ott Hurley's ball club. They'll come up with a victory. They'll be 4-0. Beech Grove disappointed, will be 1-3. But the thing about high school football, I talk about this all the time. I think it's a beautiful thing. Everybody gets to play in the tournament. It really doesn't matter what your record is as long as you go in the tournament and you win. So right now, for both these ball clubs, win or lose, it's about development. It's about learning how to play the game. It's about learning how to accept winning and how to accept losing. And it's a lot easier, obviously, to accept winning than it is accepting losing. But those teams that can deal with adversity, those are the teams that win championships. And I've seen them over and over again at every level.
Couldn't agree more. Sportsmanship is definitely one of the most valued things in athletics today. You got to be a good sport about everything, because not only mentally do you need to be a good sport towards yourself, but you also need to be a good sport towards your team and the enemy team. And people see that. People recognize that and they respect that. It all comes down to sportsmanship and respect out in this football field.
So Scecina with the lead here, 35-0, late in this ball game, as it appears fans from both sides of the field are beginning to clear out of the stadium here, because this outcome is inevitable as Carter Nolan sets up the football at his own 40, and he's a good kicker.
Good kick there.
Taking it to 25. Get outside the 40, and Connor nails the running back who returned the ball there, Hunter Parr-Stokes. Looks like about a 17-yard return. It'll be first down for the Beech Grove Hornets and about their 40-yard line.
And we knew at some point, Mike, that Scecina's offense was going to start catching fire. Over the course of their last 3 games, they've scored 55, 28, and 41. They were sitting at 11 points at halftime. Now they're sitting up at 32.
Davis down the sideline, and he just stepped out of bounds. That'll be a first down. That was a nice run for the Beech Grove Hornets and a first down. Number 15, Jamar Davis. 5'10", 165-pounder. And Davis again out of what might be considered the Wildcat formation, takes the football straight ahead for about 6 or 7 yards. 2 tacklers there for Scecina. 83, Jalen Long. 85, Keegan Ray.
2 nice runs there. Nice gains of some significant yardage in comparison to how they've ran the ball here tonight.
Handoff, Hernandez, and he's pushed back. There's a flag. There's a late hit. There's got to be a late hit there. He took a blow to the helmet. I don't think the Scecina staff will be terribly happy about that one.
I could hear that from here, Mike.
There's a face mask. Personal foul on Scecina. We'll move the football. It'll be a first down. And Beech Grove will have good field position with just 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Beech Grove has a minute here to change that 0 into something.
Jamar Davis will be the quarterback there, number 15 now, with Saul Hernandez running in the backfield for Beech Grove. Dead ball. Looks like a timeout was called by somebody. And Scecina calls timeout. The Crusaders on top of this one late in the ball game. Make that 32-0. I don't know why I said 35. 32-0 with 104 to go. 32-0. 104 to go. It's been a complete football game as far as winning for Scecina, but certainly I think when you talked about Hurley, I don't think he's going to say that this was a perfect game. They're far from it. There's a lot of room for both these ball clubs to improve.
Absolutely. Scecina has to be proud of the win tonight, but they also have to be critical of their performance and look ahead to the rest of their season and how they're going to improve against these tougher teams, like you mentioned, Lutheran, how they're going to overcome a team of that stature based off this performance tonight.
Brownstown Central 2-1. They're also in sectional 39. They've had some pretty good football down there. Now, if you don't know where Brownstown Central is, it's very close to Seymour. I think one of their leading basketball players is committed to Purdue, if I'm not mistaken. But they've got a pretty good support base there in terms of their football program.
Looks like both teams will let the clock run as Beech Grove.
Davis is going to throw down the middle and behind the receiver, and there's a flag. I think Martin pushed the receiver down. Crawley was the intended receiver. I think there's going to be pass interference. Crawley clearly was pushed before the ball arrived. Now, we don't have a replay here, but that's what it looked like from up here. Nope, it's an eligible receiver downfield. There was not the pass interference that I thought there was. Nevertheless, the ball's moved back. The clock is stopped at 36.4 seconds, so maybe a couple more plays for Beech Grove. That is if they keep the ball in bounds here or choose not to use a timeout. Here's a snap to Davis, rolls to the right. Lead blockers Hernandez, runs into a defender, breaks a tackle, gets some positive yards, and goes down.
Strong run there, broke 2 tackles. Just thought he could go all the way there.
Couple yard gain for Davis.
Let's see if Beech Grove can squeak one more play out here with 10 seconds left on the running clock. See if they can get a touchdown with the last play of the game.
Davis, wow. There was slipped and fell. And Tamir Woods was getting a block there on the near side.
That's been a summary of tonight's game, Mike, is Beech Grove falling short.
Well, part of it is you've got an outstanding Scecina football team that has some pretty good balance and a good defense, and Beech Grove has not yet developed any balance in their offense. They cannot throw the football. They have a tough time protecting the quarterback, And defensively, they've made a lot of mistakes, giving the Scecina Crusaders great field position. As Scecina moves to 4-0 on the year, Beech Grove falls to 1-3. Our final tonight from Beech Grove, Scecina 32, Beech Grove nothing. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching high school football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Gilman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Gilman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or raygilmanshadeland.com.
We are back at Beech Grove High School, where the Scecina Crusaders extend their win streak to 4 games to start the season by a dominating 32-0 victory over homestanding Beech Grove. I'm Mike Walensky along with John Faust. John, give us some scores around the state.
Sure. So looking at the scores here around Indiana, Mooresville did defeat Greenwood 42-12. We have Harrison leading McCutcheon 24-3. Ron Colley leading Columbus North 38-17. Terre Haute South Vigo leading North Vigo 41-21. Lawrence Central defeating ahead of Lawrence Central 32-14 in the fourth quarter. Central team. Greencastle 35-14. Winning 36-21 against Avon. That's currently in halftime. We've got Heritage Christian leading Eastern Hancock 42-16. Just a few more here. We have Ben Davis and Center Grove 35-34. Center Grove currently leading right now. That's in the fourth quarter. Fishers and Hamilton Southeastern are tied up 21-21 in overtime. A big matchup there on the north side. We've got Cathedral ahead 35-0 against Indianapolis Bishop Chittard. Great game there, but Chittard currently sitting with 0, but that game in the third quarter, so still some football left. We've got Bloomington South ahead of Bloomington North 45-7. And we'll read one more here, Mike. We've got the last one here is West Lafayette ahead of Lafayette Central Catholic 38-21 in the third quarter.
Well, John, first of all and last of all, from these scores, I'm really excited to see West Lafayette beating Lafayette Central Catholic because I'm a proud RDP. I'm a proud Red Devil. And West Lafayette has had a tremendous amount of success of high school football over so many years. And that is a huge, as you probably know from the Lafayette area, that's a huge rivalry. In this game, this is a rivalry too. And this game, though, it was Scecina really turning the Jets on in the second half by defeating Beech Grove 32-0. Talk a little bit about this victory for the Scecina Crusaders.
Yeah, Scecina played really well defensively. We saw that. I mean, held Beech Grove to 0 points. I mentioned before, over the course of their last 4 games, they've only allowed 21 points, and Cascade scoring 14 of those. Little rough on the offensive side. I mean, they did a really great job of running the ball, and Beech Grove did a great job. That was probably their strength tonight, was their rush defense. But Scecina doing a great job with forcing over some turnovers. They had 2 fumble recoveries for touchdowns, keeping the ball in the air, making some deep throws. Beech Grove just wasn't ready for this type of football team.
Frankly, I think for Beech Grove, this is a good opportunity to play an outstanding football program in Scecina. The reason is that when they get into sectional play, this may be one of the toughest sectionals in the state of Indiana. You've got Connorsville, Mount Vernon, Pendleton Heights, New Pal, Newcastle, Richmond. I think Kyle Ralph at New Pal may be one of the best coaches in the state of Indiana. They are a phenomenal football program. They dropped down from Class 5A where they struggled in regionals with Cathedral the last couple years, but now they go to Class 4A. They've gotten off to a good start, although just like any high school football team, they're still young. Everybody's young. They've still got young kids they got to learn. Connorsville traditionally hasn't been really good in football. They're good this year. They got off to a 3-0 start. And Mount Vernon, the team that won the Class 4A state championship last year, and Vince Leidy starts off 1-2. They had a very close football game to start off the season and lost to Greenfield Central. And they have a tough schedule. So this is a good thing for Beech Grove to play a really solid Scecina club.
Exactly. And like we talked about earlier, you have to play the best to be the best. And you also have to maintain that composure if you're ahead or if you're losing. You just take this opportunity to identify your weaknesses, develop strengths on how you're going to overcome that. Tough night for Beech Grove, but as you can see, they're here at the 30-yard line, all taking the knee, listening to the coaches, talking about what happened tonight, but also talking about what's going to happen next, and keeping their heads up, keeping the optimism live in the locker room. Kudos to Beech Grove out here having a conversation and just getting level set and not going home without having some sort of affirmation tonight.
Well, John, tonight's game has been built by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. And it's been brought to you by Genesis Sports Performance Training, the Indianapolis area grade and high school athlete training group, and they also train adults as well. You can visit them at genesissportsperformance.com. Once again, our final tonight, Scecina 32 and Beech Grove 0. Special thanks to Khalil Pierce and Mark Webster. The mindset behind this IndianaHighSchoolSports.net broadcast tonight. For John Faust, I'm Mike Walensky saying, have a safe evening. Thanks for listening and catching Indiana High School football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net. So long, everybody.